show no fingers up to me, man. Mama.
Mommy.
Rest in peace to take off. Mama.
Welcome to the round table, baby, where the boss is to meet. Get a glimpse in the mirror, gotta know you a king. If it's one thing for sure, you a made man now. Gotta wear it like a crown. Do you know what that mean? Wanna join the elite? You better be what you claim in the bid. You better have your facts straight when you speak. You know, sometimes you gotta agree to disagree. Nigga might have to speak on it. Got a whole thumbnail with the team on it. You can stay up in the chat or you could cam up. We could put it on the screen if you saying something. They going crazy in the chat, they gon' ban us. Tell them how you really feel, nigga, man up. No judgment and handcuffs. Go him, throw a tantrum. I be wishing I could stand up. The nigga stand up. One thing for sure. We say what they want. You do what they don't. If it's one thing for sure. We say what they want. You do what they don't. One thing for sure. We say what they want.
Do it, man. You gotta warn us.
Yeah. What's the deal? What's the deal?
Salute to the kings and queens.
Is it real? Is it real?
We in here, man. What's going on, fellas? What's going on, man?
What's up with y'all, man?
You know, tell them why y'all late, man, because y'all.
Hey, no, I wasn't late. I wasn't late. I was on time today.
They stay late, you know what I mean?
I was here before 4 o'clock.
You
That
know
means
what
I was early.
Listen, when the camera started recording, you understand we was here at least an hour before.
That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. You know what I mean?
My man over here,
I was here. You know what I mean?
He ain't figured out the buttons yet. We still.
Nah, this nigga got darker, so I had
Hey,
so lighting on the camera.
It is getting hot.
You know what?
It is getting hot.
That is not true because all this white shit all right here, I got lighter.
Camera
bro.
adjusted to your dark. I was like, why it's so dark in here? Had to go back in and change the settings. And shit.
But
we here, man. We here,
up in
man.
here.
Episode 57. It's a blessing. You know what I mean?
Man, that's what we were just talking about. We was talking about my health.
Yeah, man.
all of our health, man. Not
Y'all
just
big
yours.
in here.
And like I said, I don't want to have to make it seem like I have to have a disclaimer with you, but you know, we just got to get serious about this shit. Quit playing. You know what I'm saying? So
That's all I'm trying to tell y'all because I be in there. And, man,
I don't know what you be
Well,
doing.
you be you be aware.
Well, you know, I do recreational.
What that mean?
He be outside with his sons.
What? Doing what?
Huh?
Watching them?
Football drills.
Nah, man, you know, I gets it in, man. I gets it in any way I can.
Yeah.
Anyway, nah, but for real, yeah. You know, I told myself by my birthday I'm about to lose 50 pounds. I mean,
When you wait, hold on, you know your birthday is in like 2
2 days.
weeks, nigga.
our last birthday. I said I told myself.
Okay.
I was about to say.
I said the same
This
shit.
nigga about to do Ozempic diet for real.
Yeah.
I've been literally waiting to get my uniforms, new uniforms. I'm like, I can't do it till I lose weight, nigga.
Yeah.
I walk in the mirror.
I remember I used to be that way.
Every time I put my clothes, I be so shameful.
Let me tuck my belly.
But
in a
I
little
go
bit.
to the doctor, but I'm like, you know how you think you're doing good, and then you go back to the doctor, and then it was like I was 2 pounds up. I'm like, I almost swung. I almost smoked.
Nah,
Like,
the thing
do it
is,
again.
I don't. These niggas said do it again. I need a second opinion.
Let me take these keys and cell phones out my pocket.
He
My
went to the
shoes
doctor.
is heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't.
the
I
doctor might need
don't.
a
See,
second
when I
opinion.
go, I wear shorts and sandals. I don't wear no
I take all the-
everything.
He said,
Yep. for
Nigga be
real.
naked.
Hey, you wear them flip flops for the nail salon and shit?
Nah,
The little paper ones?
Nike flip flops.
Nigga be naked on. Yeah, man. My doctor just look at me like, So what you been doing?
Yeah, for
I
real.
hate that question. They be like, you work out? I mean, all the other questions they were like, you been exercising? I get all high pitched. I mean,
My question is why I like gotta kind of, not that I lie, but I just kind of like be quiet when she asks me,
which one?
do you smoke?
Oh yeah. I always lie. No
Yeah.
smoke beneath me.
I just be like, you know.
Mine is they be like, do you drink? I be like, yeah. How many drinks do you have in one setting? Like more than 6? I'd be like 6. All right, I said it depends on what kind of party it is.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
think
for
I
real.
am?
The party going, shit. I don't count. You know what I mean?
I lost count at 5. Shit.
Nah, but yeah, that's crazy. I'm like 6, yeah, but that's when you because you really lying to yourself. Like,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like you can't feel guilty. I mean, you can't feel guilty with yourself, but you can't feel a certain way because it's like ultimately it's you, and you know it's you. You know what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like you just got to be consistent with it. And you know, we got a gym pass and everything. I just got to be more consistent. Not saying that I'm not going. I got to be more consistent. So
Right.
Sure, I got a partner.
now I incorporated my kids. So my son, my daughter.
That's my partner.
We took them, and you know that could be motivation too.
It's funny. I go there, I watch my son on the treadmill, and I get mad at myself. Like, how did I get like here? I said I used to be on a treadmill for a whole hour.
But see, that's the thing. It's like we know where we came from. Even just the fact of let's just speak on MTA. Just MTA, we know where we came from. We would go to the courts or we would be in the weight room all the fucking time.
All the time.
All the time. And it's like we came from there to God.
You literally was like on that shit back then. I mean,
God,
you had me in that motherfucker.
Hey, I remember all of us was being this motherfucker. I said, all right, I already knew who was coming to work out. Every time you came in, I know we was about to listen to music and get to rapping and shit.
And then you was on a lemonade diet. And I'm like, how you was doing that shit? I mean, now you
Oh,
was
that
really
lemonade diet, I lost like 40 pounds, but that shit was
that was
hardest
crazy,
week ever.
But it's not impossible, man. We just gotta stay dedicated. I think sometimes we kind of make excuses. Life kind of hits you, and you know you be real motivated in the morning, and then in the afternoon.
after you get off of work, you be like, nigga, this is.
In the morning, nigga, you call me. I can tell you, I'm the most motivated. I'm the best person to speak.
Come on, Rocky. Come on, put them up.
Yeah, by the time I get home, nigga, don't even hit my phone like that, man.
But we gotta force ourselves.
Right. I literally, if I have to put on my clothes at work, and then I think that's the best thing.
Can't come home and take your clothes off the chain.
Man. If I sit on that bed, bed grand, get your ass.
Or you run into problems with your woman. Didn't you just tell me you was gonna do this and do this and do that? That honey,
I don't have that problem.
Yeah, bring it on me there. It just be me. It's just my fault, nigga.
Michelle be the one that be pushing. She like, come on, we going to the gym tonight. Come on. I'm like, yeah, and then like I said, like the bed, the covers, they just start pulling on you and shit. So,
man, because it's like you don't get enough of it, so it just be like, man.
But regardless, it's do what you can do until you get to the point where you're like, okay, you feel weird when you don't work out,
right?
So
and that's how it was honestly when I was at MTA. It felt weird to get off the bus, go upstairs, and not come back down.
Yeah, I was like that when I was at 18. I would go. I was like mad that I was late because I'm like, bro, I only get my split. It's only this short. I gotta do this. I gotta do it. You know what I mean? I was like that, but that's crazy. We started this show like this last year.
You did,
yeah. But that's a good thing because whoever's watching can hold us accountable. Like,
right.
You niggas, I don't see no progress.
Right,
like, what's going on? You know what I'm
but accountability, I'll take it. I'll take accountability.
Yeah, man. We know, but anyway, man.
But it's a lot of stuff going on with me, but that is, I don't want to say it's an excuse, but that is a main contributor to a lot of things that's not happening for me, at least. It's a lot of things I can't get in detail with, but regardless, still just got to push yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Just push yourself to do something because you still got people depending on you.
On me, and I don't know if I said that on here, but a guy was I seen a thing. It was like, we quick to say what we'd do for our kids and we'd die for our kids, but we're not willing to live for our kids.
Man,
that shit hit me like, damn. You know what I mean? Lay down your life and die for your kids, but you're not willing to live for your kids. So it's just like, and that's the most important thing. Live for you for one, but of course, live for your kids. So yeah, man, we know it. We just gotta
stop bullshitting.
Stop bullshitting, man. Stop bullshitting.
You have to force yourself. Like me, like I remember when I was younger, that mindset, that eye of the tiger, that was me. Now it's like you said, you get off of work, that bed, that you know what I mean? Because you stand on your feet 8 hours, then you got to move around, and this. So, and it's like, my son said he wanted to play football. So I said, you know what? All right, cool. We'll start going to the gym. He see, like I said, I see him on the treadmill, and I was like, damn, I remember that used to be me. He hit at 15 going, striding. So like now, like I said, it's a reminder. It's like when I take him, it's a reminiscence of like, all right, I have to keep on pushing him. And the more I push him, the more I get home, it's like, Dad, we going to the gym today? And it's like, I can't let him down, so I'm going to have to go.
Right.
Yeah, that could be your motivation too,
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
But yeah. All right, man.
Coming up on the weekend, huh?
Coming up on the weekend, man.
What's this weekend?
Sunday, man.
Mother's Day.
It is Mother's Day, man. One of the most important holidays. I feel like on
This
the
is
calendar.
the most.
It ain't even a
important
legal
holiday.
holiday, but I feel like it is one of the most important holidays. Not saying that that's the only day that we celebrate the mothers, but I'm just saying, when I think a lot of people, this day affects them. You know what I mean? The ones that don't have their mom. So I think that even though we kind of like, oh, every day is Mother's Day, yeah, it is. But
Some people,
the people that get to this day and that don't have their mom, it's just it's you know what I mean. So I think we just want to always celebrate the mothers, the women in our lives, man, and salute them and thank them. And we love y'all. You know what I mean? We love y'all, man.
we love
So I wanted to definitely we wanted to definitely dedicate this show to our mothers, because we don't stream until next Friday. So this is our Sunday. We live today, so we want to thank the moms. I mean, we want to tell y'all we
flowers.
love y'all. Give y'all flowers. Even though we do it throughout the year, but we definitely want to do it, on camera. You know what I mean, for the people. So how y'all feel about it, man? Mother's Day.
I'm trying not to cry. Shit, I know when I talk to mom.
We got, it's it's time. Just me talking to my moms today, and me expressing to her certain things that I want to do because I think that she deserves to be celebrated. And it's when it's times that I can't, my mom is like me. She's like, bro, don't worry about that. Just call me. You know what I'm saying? Just tell me you love me. She don't need all the glitz and glamours and shit. Like me and her are literally the same when it comes to that.
So
and
she made you this way.
Oh, okay. Maybe I probably got it from her. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But that's that. It's so many things that
Get caught up.
with life and all that. But there's so many things that I can say about my moms and everything that I revere and just appreciate how I grew up because
all right, well, let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and get his mama a call so he can talk.
No, let him finish.
It's essentially like in my eyes, in other people's eyes it might be different, but in my eyes, it was just her because she was married from me being a young child up until I was, an adult, but everything that I've gotten as far as lessons and knowledge and just subliminally watching, I got from her. I didn't get no manly teaching or anything from who she was married to. Shout out to him because maybe he was going through whatever he was going through, but cool. I got everything from my mom. So, I appreciate, everything that's happened. The hard work and from the layoffs to the, okay, I'm not gonna let this happen. I'm gonna keep moving. So many layoffs, and then all of a sudden we move into a new house because how hard she working. You know what I'm saying? So, I appreciate all that. It's not unnoticed, mama. It's not unnoticed.
That is
All
right.
right. Oh,
I'm gonna start crying.
you always start crying. Punk.
Shut up. It's my mama. It's funny that my mom, she's my best friend, and she really doesn't know it. Main reason is I be on me. Is I honestly, she's my inspiration for everything. For the way she had 8 kids, she looked younger than all of us. She moves better than the majority of all of us. But it was just a hard time that she pushed forward. Especially, like I said, especially 8 kids. And like she always told us, when she was growing up, it wasn't no book to raise kids. Everything she was learning shit verbatim right then and there. That's it. What most I take from my mom is her willing to learn. She dropped out of school at elementary, but at the same time she'll go take classes at community colleges and always push education first. Always push being humble and not thinking that anybody is better than you. Like I said, it's just a bunch of stuff.
Elementary? Dropped out elementary?
For your mom?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Saying, I can really just echo all y'all, man. But my mom, man, a special lady, man. I always say little lady, special little lady. You know, same with you. Like my mom was all I had, and she had 3 boys, and my mom raised 3 boys to men. You know what I mean? She raised men, did a hell of a job. None of us was just out there, just you know what I mean. She just raised men. She raised brothers that love each other. She taught us so much. She taught us just tenacity, just not to quit, to be leaders, like to not give up. You know what I mean? To fight, to we all intelligent. You know what I mean? We all was like, we wasn't geniuses, but we all had a head on our shoulders, man. We had street smarts and book smarts. She pushed us, man, and it's no excuses. You know what I mean? She didn't give us no excuses. Ain't no excuses for whatever. Yeah. We just had to you dealt the cards you get and go out here and get it, and don't make excuses. And all of us was doing well. All of us are doing well. My brother is doing well. I'm doing well. My older brother, before he passed, he was doing well. She just raised us the right way. She taught us enough to raise our kids the right way and raise kids, especially other boys. And they say woman can't raise a man. That's why I always fought that, because I'm like, well, my mom raised a hell of a man. You know what I mean? She raised some men, and I'm not saying we had everything. We probably was lacking things we should have got from men, but she did her best, and she did a hell of a job as a woman. My mom should write a book. My mom got a hell of a story, man. My mom that little lady right there is the strongest person I know. The person I know. My mom been through so much, but she just bounced back and land on her feet all the time. And I tell her, God is with you. You got a purpose in this world. She's supposed to be here, man. She's supposed to be here, and she has the biggest heart in the world. She has the biggest heart. She done so much. I remember times, man, my mom, she didn't have a car, man. My mom would go grocery shopping on a bike, on a beach cruiser like Debo. You know what I mean? When we didn't have a car, she'd go to 4 different grocery stores, bro, and come back riding down 4th Street on her bike with all kind of groceries hanging on the handlebars. And we'd see her, like, we ran and said, oh, man, like, we going to go help her or whatever. She had all our favorite snacks and food, though. She had everything. She made it happen, man. She made it happen. And then eventually we got a car, and she gave us everything we wanted. She gave us everything. She didn't have, it's like, when you don't have it all, but you get, it felt like we had it all. You know what I mean? It felt like we had it all, because she just made it. Her thing was making us happy, man, and she made us happy.
You know what? I take one thing about all our mothers. Each one of them took accountability for everything they went through in life. Not like how women are today. Our mothers took accountability for faults and everything else.
You see, that's the thing. I appreciate the conversations we have now, as me being an adult and having a different understanding, because we can have conversation as a kid, but you won't understand everything until certain things, experiences that you have in your life. So I appreciate the conversations we have now. So, it's with the accountability, I asked that, but it's not taking anything from her. It's just getting a different understanding, because it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that they go through, and to depend on yourself, like you have somebody, but to ultimately know that you got to depend on yourself
to raise kids.
Yeah,
man, it's a blessing that we can make that phone call. You know what I mean? And our moms can make. My mom just called me yesterday. I missed her call. She called me like, "Boy, you don't never answer your phone." Like, you know what I mean? But I'm like, "Mama, golly," like, but when I hear that voice, it's like, all right,
it's a calm. It's a calm. I swear to God, when I talk to mom, it's a calm. I don't care what mood I'm in. When I talk to my mom, it's a calm. Like she's my calm.
Yeah, she's
my peace.
She just wanted to tell me about her about what she was going through or whatever, and I listened to her and everything like that. And man, that's beautiful. Love my mom to death, man. Yeah, man. Just glad I'm able to still talk to her and get advice and stuff like that. And I think that's beautiful, man. So yeah,
especially that advice. I was like, Mama, how the fuck you do with 8 kids? I got one who's on my motherfucking nerves.
That's another thing as far as the grace you give. When you look back at what your like, if I look back at me, like my mom was about my age when I think, or probably younger than me when I moved out or whatever. I mean, when I met Brina or whatever, Brina was like, man, your mom was around this age. I'm like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? And she was doing the same. She was just so far ahead, but I'm just saying, my mom had actually figured it out by that time, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, it's like the things we're going through now, and we like, damn, like we still have questions and stuff.
I was probably some fuck ups though. I was a good kid. I didn't give
the fuck out of here.
I didn't give my mama.
You hid
No,
dog pound.
But that's cool though. That's what you're supposed to do.
Nah,
You're supposed to keep it away from the house.
Nah, I wasn't one of them kids who was in the streets. I
wasn't in the street.
It was 8 of us. Shit, we played with each other, amongst each other. We run it down the hallways playing homie don't play that with a sock. Turning that plastic rug upside down so whoever walked down the hallway.
Okay, well, I want to do something special, man. I want to see. I would like to call her. Since you said you want to F up, I do definitely want to call and see.
You want to call her after I pour me a drink?
Yeah. Jeff it up, man. So,
definitely.
So let's see. You know what I mean? Since we're gonna go in order, you know what I mean? Since you said
she definitely be like, y'all need to stop drinking on that moment.
He drinking now. I'm telling.
Let's see.
I'm sipping. I'm not drinking. It's my first cup.
All right, let's see. We're gonna call moms, man. Hopefully y'all can hear it too. Y'all can hear?
Yeah.
Ask for your mama, man. She probably don't know what number it is. Like, we should have told her too. Like,
she might be watching.
Hello. She picked it.
Mama.
Hello.
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 Can you hear? Can you hear?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the One Thing for Sure podcast.
What up,
hey, mama? How you doing, mama?
I'm fine. How are you?
We good.
We're good. We just wanted to say, Alan was telling us how he was a great kid, never gave you problems or anything
problems
like that. He was the best kid in the world. So we just wanted to get your insight.
Yeah, he didn't get no trouble.
For one, let us say this: Happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So he was going on about how he was the best kid and never gave you any problems. So we just wanted to find out, was that true?
Don't get on here lying either.
He was all right.
He was all right. Okay. All right.
He was all right. No, he listened to his mama. That's what he did.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that. She said this, mama.
Mm-hmm.
So was he a mama's boy?
No, he wasn't a mama's boy.
He wasn't a mama's boy.
But he knew I was on the same. I've been on the road he was traveling on.
Oh, right.
What to look for.
Did you know he hid the dog pound from you? You know he was a part of the dog pound, right?
I told you, look, she seen it. She told me she was driving home from work, and she was driving past. You tell the story. You was driving past Fasho. You tell the story.
I was. O'Shea.
Yeah, when you said you seen me in the middle of a like a little group of kids or whatever, and not me and a girl.
Oh. That happened a long time ago.
Yeah, junior high.
I can't think past.
Yeah, she getting a little, She,
he was messing up, Mama, is what we saying. He was from. He was from the dog.
He messed up, but I didn't know that he messed up that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you raised a good kid. You raised a good kid. We wouldn't be friends with him if he wasn't a good kid. That's why we come around him, and he make us good. You know what I mean? He that energy rub off on us. So we thank you for raising him right.
And we appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
You made us. Thank you. Tell him to put that tequila down.
That's what I've been telling. Look. I've been trying to tell him.
He said, "He was sick, Mama." I told him,
Mama, I be on him before the show, like Alan, take your time and stuff. I be trying to give him water and stuff. He don't listen to me.
See, I got water, Mama.
They don't listen to me.
Well, y'all don't put it on the table. You at home, right? So you ain't got to go nowhere.
Right. That's why I be trying to tell him. You know what I mean? I be trying to tell
Number
him.
one, how you know it's tequila?
She know the color.
Yeah, exactly.
She got hers right now. Nah. All right, Mama. You want to say anything to your mom, man?
Yeah. You know, like we talked earlier today, and I told you, you know, how I feel about certain things when I can't celebrate you because of certain things. But you know, I love you, and I appreciate everything that's been taught throughout the years. And you know, happy Mother's Day to you. I love you.
Oh, thank you. I love you too, baby.
All right, Mama. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day,
Thank
Mama.
you.
All right. Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
How you feel?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Don't start crying, man. His lip. Look at his lip.
Man, you can't tell nobody to start crying.
He like, nah, because I see this.
Because I know when you talk to your mama, I know what's gonna happen.
Who, me?
Yes,
Nah, I ain't gonna cry, man. I'm a thug.
When?
Now,
To be honest with you, man, like the you know, when the years go by, she's starting to sound like my granny.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
That's a blessing in itself, though, man. If you really think about that, that's a blessing in itself. Because my mom is too, and starting to look like her. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's a blessing in itself. You know, you just got to celebrate and enjoy it, man. But it's a blessing, man.
That's crazy that you said that she started to look like granny. I mean, sound like it because I was on FaceTime with my mom yesterday, and I'm like, damn, you look like granny so much.
Yeah. That's what I was saying about, see, their moms, like our moms, they don't have their moms and
Right.
stuff like that. So, you know, that's the blessing and that we can make those phone calls and stuff like that or go over there, you know. So, you know, yeah, man.
All right.
All right. You ready?
Yeah. I was ready to talk to my mommy. I should have told her I was calling from your number.
Right. Because she probably ain't going to answer my phone. Go ahead and cry, man.
leave me alone, man.
Cry. She is not about to answer my phone call, bro. Text her, let her know. She like, I don't know you. All right, yeah, man. But nah, that's how you feeling, Alan, man? You all right, man?
I feel good, man. I'm straight.
You straight?
I'm straight.
Let me see if my mama answer real quick, man. She called me yesterday. Let me see. Cause I'm gonna get on her if she don't answer.
You know what? I had to reevaluate some shit.
Let's see.
Hey, your mama looked good the other day, though.
Oh, mama.
Your mama. She came over here for the prom, remember?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, mama.
Hey, mama.
Mama,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
We live on One Thing for Sure. So get it together. You know what I mean? Because you said I don't know what's going on, but you live on the podcast. Can you hear us? Everybody can hear you. The world, mama.
Well, hello, world.
Hey, mama. Hey, mama.
So we all listening, the world watching. I just wanted to call you and talk to my mama and tell you how much I appreciate you. You know, Mother's Day is Sunday, so we celebrate Mother's Day on the podcast today because we streamed 2 days before. So I wanted to talk to my mama live in living color and tell you how much I just appreciate you and love you so much, you know. And I wanted to give you your flowers publicly on the platform. So you just deserve it all. I appreciate you so much. I just told a little story. Yeah, you know, you can watch it back. I just talked about how much I appreciate you and the things you've done and instilled in me, and just how you've how have you made men and raised men, and some of the fun times and the things you did, and how you just, you know, was resilient and just did it all. You did it all. Your little self did it all, and you raised men, and you never gave up and gave us everything, and tried to you just wanted to make us happy, and you got the biggest heart in the world. And I just appreciate you so much, and I love you so much for that. And I just want you to know that. I know you know, but I just wanted to publicly tell you that. You hear me?
Yes, I appreciate that, son, and that means a whole lot to me, boy. That's more than $1 million to hear you say that. Well,
That's
happy
right.
Mother's Day to me.
Happy Mother's Day,
Happy
Mama.
Mother. How was
Yeah.
Antron as a kid, Mama?
Tell him how good I was.
Oh, I couldn't complain. But now I find out whatever he did, I never heard about it. I never seen it.
That's how it's
But
supposed
I'm
to
hearing
be.
little stories now, though. I think he was a little sneaky.
Are you watching the podcast? You gotta stop watching the podcast, man.
She said you was sneaky.
You know, but I
think
can't.
he was sneaky.
Mhm.
But he kept it respectable, I must say. And I mean, that's the honest God's truth. He never gave me a problem.
That's right.
Yeah, you know.
That's real. That's real talk.
Yeah, real
That's
talk.
real talk.
You know, I tried, Mama. I did my best, you know. And I hope you proud of your son, Mama, because I'm proud of you and I love you. And you know, I'll see you on Mother's Day and everything. But I just wanted to call you and talk to you and tell you how much I love you and appreciate you. And you're gonna watch it back. I talked a little bit about you and stuff like that. You know, one story I remember when I was scared, right? We used to, because, you know, my mom, we all had bikes and stuff, and we went riding on the beach trail at Long Beach, and I was on a bike, right? And we on the trail, and I accidentally cut my mama off, and she fell. And my mama hit the ground so hard. Oh my God. I was like, oh no. Like, I mean, I was so scared.
You was
And
hurt
then-
too.
Yes, because I'm like, oh my God. My mama hit the ground and she just laid there. And Javon like, man, how you gonna make mama fall? I'm like, man, I didn't try to do it. Yeah, I was like, that was one of the times I was like, oh my God. But my mama got up and we rolled on off. But I told him about how you used to be on that beach cruiser like Debo delivering,
Getting
going grocery
groceries.
shopping about 4 different stores. You made it happen, Mama. Before we got a car, you made it happen.
I'm gonna check mine.
You made it happen. We ate. You had our favorite snacks and our favorite everything, but you made it happen. I love you when you did it, Mama. I love you. You raised men, and we all successful. We all had our head on our shoulders. We love each other as brothers, and raising our kids doing well, and that's all. You know, all praise to you. So we love you. All right, Mama.
Thank you so much, and thank you, world out there. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy
We
Mother's
thank
Day,
you for
Mama.
giving us Antron.
All right, Mama. Bye. I love
Bye-bye.
you. All right, bye.
Love you too,
I
Mama.
love
Bye.
you too.
All right.
I love.
We need to speak to that, man. You gonna try O's mom again?
Yeah.
We need
I'll
to
take
speak.
her.
We need to
I
speak
mean,
to that.
she's at work, so
Oh, okay.
no, she got off, but this is over. My mama do overtime every day.
Yeah.
You can try it one more time.
The fact that we know what we've done as far as certain activities, but the amount of respect we have for the house and our mamas, we kept it away from the house.
Most definitely.
To where they might know certain things now because we're speaking on it, but then they didn't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, I wasn't doing nothing, so. Guess I'm talking about y'all. All right, let me try your mom.
Yeah, 310. Try one more time.
Oh man, that word getting it. She's still getting it. That's
that's that hustle, man.
She the funny part, she love working.
She be like, "What's up, Mario?"
No, I'm baby. But, nah.
She should know I'm calling. She got my number. I'm just,
No, I know that.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
We'll try again
We'll
later
try
on.
later.
probably mad at.
Yeah.
But
Bugging.
you
All right,
fucked up.
all right. Nah, but yeah, salute. You can still. Did you want to just in case you don't answer, just add anything?
No,
else?
she know we'll call her.
Okay, we should have left a message. Or you could text her.
But shout out to all
No,
the
I
mom-
texted that we was calling from her phone.
shout out to all the mamas out there. Specifically my wife. She's doing what she's supposed to do. She is a mother of our kids, and she's definitely a strong woman. She's a Leo like my mom, and I see a lot of similarities. I do. Like I never been the person that did the whole astrology thing, but when I just look at the similarities between them two, yeah, they're both Leos.
So is it true you're supposed to marry someone?
And
like
that's
your
the
mom?
thing, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've heard that, never thought about it until you start actually paying attention. But it's just she's a great woman too. She's very attentive. She's very motivated, ambition. So shout out to my wife for being one of the
Michelle.
greatest,
Happy Mother's Day, Michelle.
the greatest mother. You know what I'm saying, to our children and stuff. So
My mom's a Leo too. That's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Oh, shout out to all my sons and my daughter's mothers.
She said, "Oh,
Yeah, you know, Xavier's mother, Summer, Carter's mother, Asia, and my daughter's mother, LaJoya. Even though if we don't get along, but they're still good mothers. Like they're wholesome.
Summer. Shout out Asia.
They're still good mothers.
Shout out.
We might not get along, or we might get along sometimes. But as mothers, A1. I can't complain about nothing. My oldest son, he's doing great. He's doing, you know what I mean. I just still talk to him almost, once or twice a week. But he just being a young man like he's supposed to be. The son who I have with me now, he's still a mama's boy. He ain't with his mama.
Shout out to the queens, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And even with my daughter, you know what I mean. Her mother still being a mother. She had one of her daughters just had a baby a couple of months ago. Congratulations, she's a grandmother. But I mean, like I said, no matter how I feel about them personally, A1 mothers.
For sure.
A1 mothers.
That's all you can ask for, man.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely shout out to my wife, Sabrina Brown, the mother of my kids, 5 boys. She the only woman in the house, man. From our dog to our cat is a boy. Like, she the only woman in the house. So
I was about to say Leroy.
You know what I mean? Bully, she really put up with all of us, man. And when I tell you the house it don't feel right to that woman walk in this house.
That's right. Man.
When that woman walk in the house, she brings so much peace and she
sure.
brings so much it's just a joy and a feeling. I can't even really get a good nap unless my wife is there. But the mother that she is, man, them boys, they know, you know what I mean? They know when she get home, they'll find their way. They getting older and she'll be like, hey, what took you so long or whatever, you know what I mean? But they gonna make their way in there to find her, man. She just amazing, man. She just a boy's mom, man. She just different. She way more hands on. I'm a little rough. She like if they girlfriends need something, she going to go buy them stuff. Valentine's Day, she just so hands on. She definitely go and check on them. Like when she walk in the house, she's going to go touch every room and see what's going on. And if they sleep, she where they at. My 7-year-old is still just almost. I'm like, dang man, this is my woman now, bro. You gotta go on ahead. But it's always been like that. But amazing mother. Man, I couldn't ask for a better partner in life, man. This woman is just great. Just a mother. I know, when we do so much as men and stuff like that, but it's like you have to know that other side is that God forbid something happened to us, you got to know that person is that you with is that real partner, right. And I know for a fact that. That's her. Like she's going to hold it down. She's going to take care of everything. And she's going to take care of me, whatever I need, best wishes. She's going to make sure everything is right. And I know she's going to take care of these kids. I don't have to ever question that. You know what I mean? So I know the mother, she's just a beautiful mother. Love her to death, man. I be like, man, what can I do for you? I just be wanting to just create some shit. Yeah. I'm probably about to bake a fucking triple cake because it's like, you know what I mean? It's like gifts is out of like, it's like, what can I do for her? I just got to make sure she doesn't have to lift a finger or nothing like that because she deserve it all. And I'm gonna get, and then now it's about getting together with these kids and hey, it's your mom, we gotta, you know what I mean? Because it gotta come from them, but it's also, I want to honor her too, as well as my mom.
Well,
so yeah.
I get great naps when she's not home, so I don't.
I gotta be touching her, man. Nah, I need an elbow or something.
I get great naps because when she come home, she gotta mess with me. She gotta wake me up. She gotta kiss me just to, that's what she do. So I wake up.
Right.
So when she's not at home,
still pleasant. That's still pleasant.
Well, before at one point I was getting, but it's like now I just need her. Like I sleep better when she's there.
I mean, if it's a situation to where she's out. Like if she's hanging with her cousins or whatever, then that's different because I'm always checking on her. But because of the days I have off, because I chose these, never would do it again. But when I'm at home, when I'm asleep, she come home and she's got to mess with me.
Right. I think self-consciously maybe that she's not there, and I know she's not home yet or safe. Everybody else here, she's not. It's just like I just need to know. Yeah. That she's there, and then when she's there, I can sleep. But
love her to death.
Yeah, love her to death.
Let me sleep.
Yeah, man. But yeah, salute to all the mothers, all y'all,
Yeah, for sure.
all our family
Police to the
members,
mothers.
cousins,
Salute to the
sisters,
queens,
friends, wives, mothers, all y'all,
Mm-hmm.
everybody. Salute to all y'all. It's no
From the grandmothers to the aunties.
everybody.
I'll say this, man. Y'all all played a part in my life. From my grandmothers, both of them, to my aunties. Y'all all played a part in showing me what a strong, not just a woman, but a strong human being and confident human being is. And I appreciate all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Cousins, all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So salute.
Definitely. Happy Mother's Day to all y'all.
Happy Mother's
That's
Day.
for the one thing for show, boys. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. We love y'all. Keep doing what y'all do. You're not you appreciate it. Believe me. All right, man. How y'all feeling, man?
Man, it's it's been some news in the week, man. One of the top news, Rodney Hinton Jr.
Yeah.
Hitting over there, hitting motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Eye for an eye, huh?
I mean, is that okay? So just to put it in the context, Rodney Hinton Jr. Was the he's the father of Ryan Hinton that was killed by the Cincinnati police. So Ryan was in a car. I guess it was some individuals, a stolen car. There was some individuals that fell asleep in a stolen car. From what I'm hearing from reports that he was trying to call his cousin. He didn't have nowhere to sleep or whatever, trying to call his cousin. So he ended up meeting up with some other people and other friends or whatever. And they was all in a stolen car, fell asleep or whatever. Police approached them. Once the police approached them, everybody got out and started running. From reports, everybody got out and started running within 7 seconds, 6 to 7 seconds.
Very quick.
Ryan, which is the son, was shot.
The young man that was killed
Was shot by a Cincinnati police officer within 7 seconds. He ran and he came from behind the trash bin, and he was shot. The police tried to say, you heard him yell on the video, gun. You heard in the reports. I mean, in the video they were saying he pointed the gun. Now from the video is very shaky. To put the cam. What is that?
Video
body cam
from the police was very shaky. You can't really see the video. It's not really visible for you to see. You don't see, but what I don't see, I see a kid running. Right. I don't see nobody pointing the gun.
Me neither.
Right. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell. But he was shot. He was shot and he was killed.
Right.
I just hate that though. Instead of, it was no. I don't know, the way the video was. The kid was just ran. Like I didn't see him trying to do none of. I mean, even though the video's quick, you don't see him pulling on nothing. You just see him. His hands doing this, about to run.
And then
the video that I seen, I just see the camera shaky. Like, you kind of try to like focus in on certain things. The cop was running as well.
30 times, that's why.
Yeah, the cop was running as well, so you have to know that the camera is going to be shaky.
Right.
So that's all I seen.
Okay, yeah.
But
so
ultimately, the kid, was shot and killed.
So the father, Rodney, went to the police station. I think they showed him the video of and he saw what happened. From what I'm hearing, he was visibly upset. His family had to kind of get him and drive him back to his car or whatever. When he got back, when he calmed down and finally got back to his car, family thinking he cool. Right. He was driving and apparently he saw an officer. I think the officer was working at a graduation or something like that. All he saw was an officer, a Cincinnati police officer, and he floored it and ran over the officer. You know what I mean? This officer turned out to be I believe he was a retired officer or whatever, but he was a part of the Cincinnati Police Department, and he died. He died on
impact.
Yeah, died on impact. So
controlling traffic at a graduation.
Traffic controller, retired. Because most of those people that control traffic, or they work for the movie premieres and stuff. Most of them are retired.
Yeah.
I do have a video. I'll show the video and put some context to it, and we can go from there. This is when Rodney was going through the court. I guess this was arraignment day when he was going through the court. I believe 30 officers showed up in support of their fallen officer. Rodney walked through,
as well as his family. Behind the glass.
From what I'm hearing, they tried to keep his family from coming in the courtroom or something like that. They wanted to separate them or something like that.
Well, they were separated because the police were on this side of the glass, on the divider, and then the family was on behind the glass. So, it were separated. But, it's a controlled thing. Like, they just kind of wanted the family to stay controlled.
Okay.
Now, nothing really happened. I guess the altercation at that point, his brother just wanted to be noticed by his brother.
He wanted to see him.
Right. He just wanted his brother to notice, like, I'm
supporting you.
Right, exactly.
I mean, rightfully so. If you got 30 officers, I want you to know I'm here.
We here too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. Okay. Let's play the video. Let me just make sure it's playing on here. Okay.
No, there were no indications at any point that he tried to break, stop, or otherwise avoid Deputy Henderson.
An Ohio man has been charged with aggravated murder after police say he struck a sheriff's deputy with a car. Prosecutors say the case is linked to another killing the previous day.
This is a most unusual case.
On Thursday, a Cincinnati police officer fatally shot an armed 18-year-old as he ran from what police described as a stolen car. Authorities say Ryan Hinton was one of 4 men who were fleeing after officers found them in the car. An officer says it appeared to him that Hinton pointed a gun at him, but the officer's body camera footage does not clearly capture the moment. The officer who shot Hinton has not been publicly named. Police said they recovered a handgun they say Hinton had been carrying. It had not been fired, according to the Cincinnati police chief.
Ryan was a sweet, gentle giant. We as black people, we don't deserve to be killed just because we're running away from the police.
Being in a stolen car, having a firearms, we're in Ohio, so you can open carry in Ohio. So that's not a death penalty.
The next day, his father, Rodney Hinton Jr., became distraught while watching police body camera footage of the killing. His family attorney told the Cincinnati Enquirer. Hours later, prosecutors allege Hinton purposefully struck and killed long-serving Hamilton County Sheriff's Deputy Larry Henderson as he was directing traffic at a commencement.
I don't think he was a cop killer. I think he was not in his right mind. And I think he should be treated like any other mentally ill person that commits a crime under the auspices, control, and authority of a mental defect in a condition. That's what we have in this case.
Okay.
I agree. He was in an emotional state because that was directly one day after the murder.
Didn't he just come from looking at the...
He came from it was a meeting
the day before, right?
Yeah, it was. He came from a meeting with the PD.
No, I think that same day. Matter of fact,
that
he did it. Yeah,
same day he did it.
It happened the day before, but then I think he saw the video the same day he did.
Yeah, the same day. But he came from the PD from that, and that's when he made that decision. So, it's a lot of people. It's certain people pushing for the death penalty because of that action. But like his lawyer said, is he was in an emotional state.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be treated just like other people that's treated with mentally, ill, situations and stuff like that. So.
Right. I mean, crime of passion, like, right? I mean,
exactly.
If you could imagine seeing something happen to one of your kids and you see him gunned down like that. Now, that video we just saw, I did not see I seen somebody running.
That's it.
You can't
tell if there's a gun that regardless of if you see a gun that's on the ground and the clip and all that stuff, you can't tell from that video that child. Now, granted, the cops can see differently what we see, right? They see differently from what we see. So it possibly could have been. Now, the gun came from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say that they didn't plan it or anything, but it came from somewhere.
What I feel like, and this is just in my heart of hearts, a lot of these kids, they sad, they have sweats on or they sagging. I feel like a gun was in his pants, whether it's sweats, maybe falling out. The cop saw a gun. He didn't see a gun pointed at him. From that video, I don't feel like the gun was the boy was running trying to get away.
The gun wasn't even fired.
Right. I mean, even still, if it was, I just, you don't see. I feel like you probably saw a gun, or you probably saw him clutching, or whatever. But you didn't see. He didn't turn. You can't. What he gonna do?
His hands was like this.
Yes, he's
like,
running, and then when
like
you
this.
run, you running like this. You don't have time. You probably holding, and you probably could see a clip, especially them guns with the extendo. Like I mean, you could probably see it hanging out of spot. I feel like that cop saw that and felt like this is a reason for me to kill. And sometimes they just need a reason. I don't care if you have a gun. I don't care if you in a stolen car. For one, that's open carry state, like they said. I don't care if you have a gun. I don't care if you're in a stolen car. That's not a death sentence. If you running from the police, if you running from anybody, we can't even shoot somebody that's running away from us.
But he was shot in the chest, right?
I don't know where he was
Yeah,
shot.
I think because it was another police officer too. I think he was shot in the chest. I mean, we can look it up to make sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
But even if he was in that video, you see, like, if he was, he probably was startled by the other cop. Like, you know what I mean?
But all in all, like you said, open carry case, and we know it possibly, most likely would have been a different case if it was another race kid. Like,
you're not. Yeah,
we're not gonna sit here and say, oh, he was running, doing this while he was because the gun wasn't fired. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know, and the video was shaky. So whatever they seen, I don't think, it should have been that way.
When you see I just feel like when you see 4 black kids running like that, in their mind they see something different. I don't even want to say what they see because I don't know what they see. But I don't feel like if 4 white kids jumped out of the car and start running, that they would feel the need to start firing at them. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
But for some reason, when it's us, they just see, I don't know if they see a threat. They see target practice. I don't know if they see hatred. I don't know if they see the damn target signs that you go to when you see the gun range. Like, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know I know they have to go through, you can't just pull the trigger and they have to go through some things after they kill somebody within the police. I don't know what makes them feel like that's worth it.
Well, number one, the kid was running away.
Right.
He was running away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to feel like you threatened.
Right.
Threaten means coming towards me.
Right. Now, obviously police, they have different training or anything like that. But like, come on, man. Like, sometimes you just gotta like use certain discretion in certain situations. Like, we know certain things are not happening. He's running away.
A stolen car, they're running. This is not an armed robbery. They hadn't hurt nobody. They hadn't did anything. They're running away from a car, a stolen car. What imminent threat are they to anybody around? They're trying to get away from you because you caught them in a stolen car. You know what I mean? What imminent threat are they for you to fire your weapon and kill somebody? Even if you did see a gun, it's an open and carry state. Because they're running, that you can just kill them. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Now it's that's the first part of this, okay? But as a father, walking into that police station, seeing that video, we just saw that video and we know how we feel. You know what I mean? Now, imagine this your kid. This is your 18-year-old son.
So we talking about 2025 after we have all these situations of police brutality.
Right.
Against black people, against men, against sons. So all these things are going through his mind, I'm sure.
That's why he ran.
No, I'm talking about the father.
Oh.
I'm talking about the father. So all these things are going through his mind. So when he already leaves the meeting, mad, irate, or whatever they called it. So, that's like you said, crime of passion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, what I will say is the cop that was killed, he didn't have nothing to do with anything. Now, that's the wrong part about it. I get it. Right. I get it. I understand that part. But I also understand that at this moment, I'm not thinking about nothing. I just see an officer.
I just see him right.
And an officer to us, y'all all look the same. Like we feel like we all look the same to y'all. So when we see an officer, when we go outside and see officers, we see we see a color. And we see, and then we all y'all look the same to us, or we feel like y'all all feel the same way about us. Y'all all gonna mess with us. I see a uniform, and all
We
y'all
are
represent.
nervous when it comes to officers.
We see a
like,
gang.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
we are nervous. Like we got to worry about, unfortunately, we got living in LA. We got to worry about gang members and stuff like that, but also officers. Like that's more. We more worried about the officers than we are gang members because they have the authority. And they can get excuses and leeway of certain things and say, "Oh well, it looked like he had this, so we can shoot or kill."
See, that's like my son the other day. He was like, I was at work. He said, "Dad, can I go to the park?" So I sent him to the park maybe like a couple of weeks ago, and it was somebody I knew. They was like, "Oh, your son was just running fast down the street. It looked like something was happening." And I told him, "You can go to the park, do not run." Why? He like, why not? I was like, bro, somebody already thought you was doing something the last time you went to the park, and you were just running to the park.
Yeah.
And then it was like, and then it was like, oh, okay. It's like some kids understand it, some don't. Like I had another young kid at work, right? Almost special needs. He was coming to work, and I knew his mother, so he got off the bus. He got off the bus, and like I said, he got surrounded, and like him being kind of. I don't really know what's the word for it. Being kind of special, he wasn't comprehending special needs. He wasn't comprehending like, all right, you know what I mean. In his mind, I talked to his mom, and she was like, yeah, he's never really been prepared for that type of situation when you get surrounded by police because you fit the description.
Well, that's the thing too. When things like that happen, we look at them as a gang, right? We look at them as all you guys look the same to us. You know what I mean? But what was you saying before? I had a thought. How did you end your point? You said
essentially, like we're kind of wary of the police department. We have to definitely look out for them as well. They have more of an excuse or leeway to shoot and kill, even though they're trained to shoot and kill.
Right.
They're trained to shoot and kill, but at some point, I think the discretion should be, administered, like in certain situations.
Yeah, man. That just unfortunately was the was not cool. But I'm just saying that when we see them, we look at them as a gang, and
that's what I was about to say.
And to be honest with you, they act like that.
Okay, so this was my point. And that's what I'm saying. It's like this, and that's not to say that we don't. It's because they like to say, well, what about black on black crime and what about gangs and stuff like that? That's not to say we teach our kids every way how to survive wherever you go with gang culture and everything like that. But the one thing is, our kids should not be afraid of the police. You shouldn't have to teach in a good world, in a perfect world, you shouldn't have to teach your kids how to deal with the police.
You shouldn't have to, but we do.
Right. But that's just what I'm saying. So
but
when they make that excuse,
says protect the serve.
When they make that excuse of, oh, but you guys killed each other and this and that, yes, but we shouldn't fear y'all. Y'all supposed to be the ones that we shouldn't fear.
Regulators. Y'all supposed to regulate.
Yeah, we should look to you guys for help, and we should look for you guys. It's like you a second guess going to the police for anything, even if you in trouble. Like,
right,
I ain't about to run to y'all because y'all going. I mean, like, you could see situations where people didn't call the police when they was in danger and end up getting killed,
yes.
or end up getting in situations or being they acting like you the aggressor and stuff like that when you the one that called. Like, you know what I mean? So
just the fact of certain run-ins I've had with the police, just like there is no, it's always prejudgment,
right?
Because of who you are, what you look like, where you are, where you at, and all that stuff. So, me personally, I teach my son, like, it's crazy because I'm teaching my son more now. Like, look, if you encounter the police, you just comply. Nothing else. All the questions and stuff, we can wait for that. We'll wait for that if it goes that far. But just comply. And it's like, why do I have to teach my son that? We have to teach our son that because in their mind, if you don't comply, it's a reason for them to be aggressive. So it's it's sad. But with this story, the man acted out of emotion and he killed an officer, a retired officer that had nothing to do with anything. Now I understand why, but I'm not going to say that was right.
No,
right,
it wasn't right.
I mean, yeah, that's it's like it's messed up. Everybody lost in this situation. Nobody won.
Right.
You essentially lost 3 lives because you lost the father and the son, and then you lost the officer, and all of their families gonna have to go through that more. Now, we're not saying that is right in no way, shape, or form.
So,
I don't even know if you could really say like, and even saying you understand, it's not saying you understand to where it's like you feel like it's right. It's to the point when I say I understand that I don't know what I would do in that situation.
Because we all have parental paranoia.
Right.
And we already think about certain things on a day-to-day basis when it comes to our family.
Right.
And I already set a standard. I will go so far for my kids.
Right.
And that's why I kind of like this question when I seen it. It's like that's the first thing that I thought about. It's like if it was an officer, all right. So this is a scenario. Same thing, but it's not an officer. Say same thing happened. Somebody the boy ran across somebody's porch and he killed him. Right. So then the father go back and kill his son. Is that eye for an eye?
I mean, in the person's eye, the person's mind is eye for an eye.
Right.
You take one of mine, I take one of yours, or I take you.
Exactly.
This is how people think, eye for an eye.
That's what eye for an eye mean. Now that doesn't mean it's gonna make everything make you feel better. And
Cincinnati
it don't make the situation better.
No,
at all.
But when I say that I understand that as a parent, I don't know in that state. I don't know how responsible I would be. Now, yeah, would I want to make the right decision? Do I feel like I would never do something like that and take innocent life? Yeah, I would feel like I would never do something like that.
I got another scenario. Why was Ryan not at home with his dad?
I think from what I hear, the cousin was like he was calling them, and he missed so many calls. I guess he didn't have nowhere to go. Now I don't know what situations with his parents, both parents. I don't know. Regardless even of that, though.
No, I'm saying, but that's
he was 18 for one. Now I don't know. Now he was out he was outside. I don't know this boy's life, but regardless of whatever he was into or whatever he was a part of or the people he hung around. If we just focusing on that video and that scenario, that he didn't deserve death.
No. It's only been a few days, and ballistics haven't came back as far as fingerprints. They just seen the gun. They don't know if it was from him or not. The video, you can't tell. Officers might have seen something different, but
and we don't even know if that's
what I'm saying. So the gun was on the ground.
Let's not act like police won't.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So all they said was the gun was on the ground.
They could have seen the video
clip and all that other stuff. So we don't know what's what just as yet. You know what I'm saying? But it's the whole we think of these things and we know what we would do consciously. But subconsciously, when you in the mind state of emotional,
we don't know what
we don't know what you're gonna do.
But we don't even know what we would do consciously. Like we don't know.
Now, as far as right now, as we're talking about it, we can say what we could possibly do. But in the mindset of this just happened right now,
you don't know. Yeah. That's your baby.
Yeah.
That's your baby. I don't care how grown it is. And we don't know. I don't know if that was his only son or not, but it doesn't matter. But I know that's your baby. I mean, and you looking at that as your baby. I can't imagine. Because, like, literally, man, I don't think people understand, bro. Like, we literally, I can speak for me, but I know a lot of us, man, we live for our families, bro. That's the only thing keeping us going, bro. Yeah. My life, bro, I'm not saying it's not, but my family is my everything. And if you take something from that, bro, I'm damn near want to tears right now, because if you take something from that, like, I don't know what I would do. I'm being honest. I don't know, because even though you should feel like, you would think like, okay, I got other kids, life, and it's just like you took something that was, you broke, you know what I mean? And
it don't matter how many you got.
Right.
It's just one of yours.
Right.
Yeah.
What's that one? Remember the movie The Patriot with Mel Gibson, and when they killed both his sons, and he took his sons with him to cut them off, and it's like that ending scene, all that passion he had when he killed all of them, especially the dude with the knife. That's how I would feel.
Yeah, man.
That's how I feel.
And it ain't even about making me feel better or nothing like that.
It's not about
it's just like, at that point, bro, I'm not even in my right mind. At that point, all I know is you took something from me. I have to take you. Now, granted, he didn't take.
But are we holding him accountable for his actions too? Regardless of what he did it for, are we holding him accountable? Like, do he still deserve the penalty?
But see, this. But all right, so now
death penalty.
Death penalty? No. I don't.
Yeah, that depends on if you believe in that. But I mean, at that, whatever you do, you have to be responsible. Now, if I do whatever I do, I have to be responsible for whatever action, whatever happens after that. I'm a man. I can face whatever comes with that, and I'm sure
it looks like he's willing to face.
Yeah.
You know
so it's like, at that point, you gotta like, we can't be like, oh, well, he don't deserve. We can understand, but once you do what you do, you gotta face the consequences of whatever you do. Now, you know what I mean? Because hey, you know.
But to the world, he's a hero.
I think people just tired
Certain
of.
people.
I think not even a hero. I think we're just tired of laying down and not getting justice, and it's like, okay, well, you guys can't keep doing that and receiving no consequence or nothing like that. Yeah, that man was innocent, but so was ours. So was all these. Tamir Rice died in what, like 6 seconds? I mean, that video is the worst. That killing right there is the worst fucking killing. That make me so sad. That video.
That's what I'm talking about. Discretion. Like,
I think it was 5 seconds. Like, that video. That man rode up and didn't let the car stop before he started shooting.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
To a child.
To a child that had a fake gun, a fake BB gun, or like, you didn't even let the car stop. You almost got ran over by the car and you just jumped out. And that's the saddest video in the world. And they still didn't convict that man. So it's like, when you see those videos and stuff, I can imagine as a father walking in that station, seeing that and be thinking like, y'all, look at all these people that got away. Like, you know what I mean? Not even that you even thinking about that. You're really thinking about your son. You really thinking about your kid.
And even in the court, look at this. Look at what you're allowing. You allowing all these police officers to support, rightfully so, to support somebody that they probably revered as a veteran or whatever, rightfully so. But my family, you got to try to control them, tell them to sit down and all this other shit.
But if that's the case, if that's okay, why can't when victims' families get killed, why can't they family line up like that against whatever suspect took their family out? Why do y'all allow the cops to do that? Why is that okay? Because why is that not intimidating a witness? Why is that supporting at that point? You know what I mean? Why is that? You know what I mean? Y'all kicking our family out. Our family can't show it. Why is that okay? Y'all showing us that it's one-sided, and y'all be upset when we feel how we feel, when we support our own and we feel like we tired of this shit. No, I understand why he's doing this shit, because look how y'all do. You know what I mean? Don't nobody show up for. You see that white lady that called that little boy an N-word and got a GoFundMe for millions of dollars.
Even with the GoFundMe with this situation, they stopped it. They stopped it.
They stopped it.
Exactly. You know? I'm like, bro, I seen that. How do you?
Like, he's going to be
apologized.
He's going to be convicted for what he did.
Right.
But the GoFundMe is not for him. It's for his family.
Right. Exactly. Right. That's So you know, but they could do what they want to do. But
just like this next
regardless of everything, man, rest in peace to everybody that lost their life. We're not saying that was okay for the cop to lose his life. We're not saying that. Rest in peace to everybody that lost their life.
I just wish it was the cop who killed the son.
I'm not out. Even still, I get where you're coming from, but it's just,
we can't play God in that situation.
Yeah,
man.
We're not. Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying.
It would have been more understandable. It's still understandable, but it would have been more understandable if it was the person that actually shot him.
No, that's my only thing.
Yeah,
I wish it would. I'm not gonna say I wish, but yes, that's the ordeal. let it be the person that have something to do with the person who killed your son.
Right.
Okay, this next one, Tyler Butler, man. Tyler Butler Chase. He was arrested for the
Tyler, look, man, look. You don't stop with the bullshit.
What happened? What was that?
He keep knocking down the LA.
Oh yeah, fix that, man. But Tyler Butler Chase, man, he was arrested for the murder of the 18-year-old Michael Bosworth. Now, this happened in Virginia. 27-year-old Tyler Butler was at home. This will happen around 3 a.m. Now, supposedly it was a TikTok prank. This is what they're saying because I don't know.
I ain't seen no TikTok prank.
This is what they're saying. That was a ding dong ditch.
Listen.
Hold on, let me just put it in the context. That was a thing. They was playing ding dong ditch supposedly at 3 a.m. They was going around. This is what the friend said. They said they were going around. They saw a prank online on TikTok and they was trying to recreate it. They was going around ringing doorbells and running away. This is what they said. Now they supposedly rang this man doorbell. 2 people got shot. One of them got hit.
3 a.m. in the morning.
3 a.m. in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Back door.
Okay, it was the back door?
Back door.
I heard that too, but it's so many different little things. Now, and I also heard it was a kick at the door. Exactly. This is what I heard, but they're saying that they just run it. They show videos of them running, ringing the door, but this is what the kids said.
Other houses.
Yeah, other houses,
they
not this one.
Of other houses.
Of other houses of them ringing the doorbell and running. This is why I was confused. I'm like, okay, because me and Brina was talking about it. I'm like, we're like, so what? Because it was a burglary call. It was a burglary call. I don't know if it was from him. I believe it was from Tyler, the guy. I don't know if it was him or his family, but it was a burglary call. And then the next call was about a shooting, right? 3 a.m. Now we've all played ding dong ditch. I believe we all was in the neighborhood. We've been kids before. Right. Nigga, for one, I don't know. Now they said they put in the news. Okay, he got killed hours away from his prom, and this is how they title it. They title it 18-year-old teen. 18-year-old teen. Now, for some reason, when it's somebody white, they always want to say teenager. Now, because when something happened to us, it could be 17-year-old, but 17-year-old young man, 18-year-old young man, 18-year-old man. You know what I mean? But this is an 18-year-old teen. You know what I mean? This is how they want to title it. Now, I'm not even so supposedly, okay, one of them got grazed, he got hit, and one of the boy died. And they say hours away from his prom. And when you see it in the news, they painted it as just a prank gone wrong, playing ding dong ditch, hours away from his prom. This kid, and the guy came and shot him. Now,
just revert back to the last story. What are the reporters saying about the Rodney hitting his son? They're not saying anything. All they saying is he was in a stolen car.
Stolen car with a gun.
Running away with a gun.
That's how they report it.
Exactly. Now with this,
not a 17-year-old teen.
Right.
No.
Now with this situation, he was an 18. He was in sports. He was this. He was hours away from his prom. Like
This is how they paint the picture. This is what I'm saying, and it's crazy because they have a way of making you a suspect or making you an innocent victim already.
Like, come on now, 3 a.m. in the morning.
I've never for one. What were you doing out? If it was hours before your prom, for one, but what were you doing out at 3 a.m. not playing ding dong ditch?
Now, even still, I'm not gonna say what you're doing out, but the fact that
playing ding dong
ditch with somebody's house.
No, I'm saying why you at your mama gonna let you 18 years old. If you still away from you still all right. You 18 years old, right? You're supposed to be at prom or away from the prom. The prom been done ever since what 10. This is what 11, 12.
Well, no, this was before the prom.
This is before the prom.
Oh, so this prom was the next day, right? Yeah. What are you doing, bro? Like
3 a.m. in the morning.
He's a senior. They out there. Now I'll give them that. They seniors. They out there having fun. I give them that. But these pranks are out of control, bro.
Yes.
These pranks are out of control. Now you have to understand that when you are going to somebody else's property at 3 a.m. in the morning, ringing the bell or kicking the door, whatever the case is, somebody's mindset is already triggered at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Now, see, that's the thing. So when you said, okay, the door was the back door. These are things they're not. A lot of the news people are not saying this. When you go to some of the stories, but I did hear that before. But everybody is not mentioning that. Right. Everybody is not mentioning the kick at the door. You know what I mean? Now, if you come to my back door, now I don't know how true this is. We gotta find out. Right. But if that was the back door, for one, bro, what are you doing at my back door? How did you get to my back door? That's not a game at that point. That's not a prank at that point. You could have got your little prank and ran off. The reason why I kind of low key believe it is for somebody to make a phone call to the police, then have enough time to go get their gun and come out and shoot you in your chest. You had to be there. Ding dong ditch take a second. Take a couple seconds. Boom, boom, I'm gone. I'm running.
Right. Unless you
it
fall.
don't take that long to I'm not standing there. Even as a kid, I wasn't standing there long enough to get shot. Like that.
When you played, okay. When you play Ding Dong Ditch, like you said, you ring the doorbell,
gone.
That's it.
I'm not waiting. I'm not even waiting for you to ring.
You go somewhere and hide to where the house is still visible.
So you can see it. Yeah, but I'm
that's it.
far enough to where.
But I'm not. I'm not. You know, where was he shot? Like, where part of the? He was still on the property where he was shot, right?
I'm assuming. I don't know, man. But now, see, and that's where it comes to, like, with the last case too. Like, okay, so they say you can't, if somebody come, even if somebody come in our house, like California got similar laws.
Yeah.
If somebody's running away,
a warning shot.
Ain't no. Because that warning shot can turn into ricochet and any type of shit.
Yeah, they can try to arrest you.
Right. If
they running away from you,
right.
You can't shoot
you
at
can't shoot them in the back. Yeah.
So that's what I meant by why do the police have that right to do that, right? But now, granted, I don't know. Like, that's why I feel like with this guy, like, the back door got to come into play a little bit, right? The back door, the kick at my door. You think they're going to show you on video that they kicked this man's door?
Of course not.
You know what I mean? Now they're going to show you, oh, we was just ringing the doorbell. But if you kicked my door because it's like, only way if you ring my doorbell, I'm not gonna say it's a burglary. So for it to be a burglary call, evidently y'all doing something that make it appear like a burglary. Ain't no black man. You can't tell me he just wanted to. He gonna come out and just shoot some white kids.
Yeah. So the thing is that in Virginia, like they have the laws to where you have to, and I'm sure it's anywhere else too. You have to feel threatened,
right?
Life,
like here,
a life-threatening
yeah.
situation. But also, when it comes to trespassing, it's either verbal, or you have to have the signs or a barrier, like a gate or anything like that. So now I don't know how his house was and things like that, if he had a gate, but when it comes to trespassing, you have to have, you need that sign. No trespassing and shit like that.
Which is crazy.
It is, and it's also verbal too. Somebody has to say either the homeowner or somebody's acting as the homeowner. They have to tell you, you got to leave. Now, if you continue after that, then that's, kind of justified. But when it comes to this situation, this is 3 a.m. in the morning. Anybody in their right mind, I'm sleep with my family, wife, or whoever I'm with, even if I'm by myself. 3 a.m. in the morning, if I hear something, I'm automatically on defense.
They want you to literally wait to get shot.
Right.
To shoot back.
Exactly.
I have to see them with their gun pointed at me to get a shot off at me. Miss me, I gotta.
That's when you break into the matrix.
You know what I mean? I gotta shoot back, but like,
I gotta play Matrix.
Yeah, they shot at me. You know what I mean?
And
it's
then
like,
shoot.
That's crazy, bro. If you come in at my house at that late in the morning, obviously I'm feeling like you coming to hurt me or my family. You know what I mean? I don't know if you, especially if I got kids, I don't know what you coming here for. I'm supposed to wait till you do it. You know what I mean? And that's crazy because it's sad to say that he's probably going to go to jail for this.
Because he's held on bond, no bail.
Right.
I mean, he's held without bail. The thing is,
I don't know how though.
The thing is that this is 2025. I would assume that most houses have ring cameras.
Right.
Now, I will have a ring in the front, obviously on the side and in the back. That's just me. I don't know if he did or not. Now, if he did, you would kind of see what took place.
Because what's to say they didn't change their mind and start flocking?
Right.
Like, I mean, what's to say? I mean, pass me the bottle. Punk. Yeah. What's to say they didn't change their mind and start doing that? So, I don't know, man.
No, you know what?
Rest in peace to the 18-year-old man again.
Just look at these two. Just think about when we was 18. We still going through the same thing.
What you mean?
Honestly, getting looked at police. All right, just the Rodney Hinton one. Getting looked at police the same way, like 6 seconds, right? That's what we said, right? 6 seconds it took for him to draw his gun, and it's like it wasn't even a thought to me. It's like, all right, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, boom. Even with this ding dong ditch shit, like the black man is in more trouble than anything else. It's like, bro, but all of it was switched. It would work differently in the system.
No, that's what we're saying, basically.
I know what we're saying, but I'm just saying it's like, look how realistic it's becoming every year. It's becoming more prominent to where it's just, if a black person is doing it, they're going to jail or they get killed.
The police can literally do
whatever the fuck they want.
What they want to do. And then, you know, we protecting our homes and our families, but we have to literally, you got to show that you was an imminent threat. The gun got to be pointing at you. They probably damn near got to fire a shot at you. I mean, and then, because if you kill them, if you shoot them, you're going to jail. Police, all they got to say is they pointed the gun. No proof.
None.
Shaky video. We found the gun. Why they can't find, if I find the gun at the scene, I can't protect. Like,
yeah, I need
if you find a gun, if you burglarize in my house and you have a gun, why can't I kill you? Not saying I want to, but why do I have to fight this case and go to jail because you didn't point the gun at me? You know what I mean?
Well,
now I can see if you running away.
Yeah, as far as these kids at the house, we don't know exactly what transpired and how it happened, but all we know is what the news is telling us. Right. Now the kids saying that they were playing ding dong this, but there has been stories of them being in the backyard and that it was an attempted kick door. So, you know, at 3 a.m. in the morning, when I see a kick door or when I hear something, somebody coming in my house,
between a kick and a knock.
Exactly, or a ring of the doorbell.
Exactly. Like when you hear a kick, oh, it's somebody trying to get in your shit.
Right. So that's
when you get a knock, it's like, all right.
But as far as the kids saying it was a prank. Okay, let's say this. Let's say it was a prank. When are we gonna start holding these kids accountable for these damn pranks?
And did y'all see the guy? Because the kid, 18, he kind of looked older. He had the beard and everything. Not saying.
What city was this?
This was in Virginia.
Virginia again?
Yeah, Virginia. You know, Virginia known to be a racist state. You know what I mean? So
that's my little brother. That's where he's.
Not saying. I don't know because we, you know, a lot of times I don't like to make assumptions. I mean, you got to see the video and stuff like that. But all I know is I'm a homeowner. I have a family. Mm-hmm. We all got families. All we know is protecting our family.
But you do know the laws of California.
I know the laws, but you can't tell me because they scared. If somebody come at my house at 3 a.m, what are you here for? I'm not trained to go. I didn't train to get a job like y'all did in law enforcement and stuff like that.
They do have gun training and
no, not gun training.
No, and classes when of certain situations like this.
If somebody come breaking your house, it's a class.
No, but that's all off of
instinct,
fear and instinct and stuff like that. So yeah.
So if you come to my house at this, even
regardless of those fears and instincts, there are still laws in place.
It's more laws for the offender than it is the homeowner. Is what I'm saying.
That's my point. So if somebody come to your door at 3 a.m. in the morning and your first instinct is to.
If somebody come in my house, I can't shoot them.
In the house, you can't. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's terrible.
Right.
If somebody could be standing in my house over my child, and I can't just shoot them. Nope. You know what I mean?
Unless you shoot them dead in the chest.
No. If they have to be like literally harming my child or something, like if they just standing or if they back turn or whatever, if they turn around, I can't just shoot them. So I'm supposed to let them. They can have a machete, a gun. Like I mean, it's just crazy. Like it's just crazy, bro. But that's what I'm saying. It's more like now in certain states it's not like that, but out here,
right?
A lot of these like, and that's why people be so against these liberal states and all these and stuff like that because we soft, man. It's soft. It's soft, man.
No, we ain't soft.
It's soft, bro. We soft, man, and it's like, you know,
it's not about that. It's just that you got to be careful depending on.
I'm saying these lawmakers out here are soft.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
man, we can't protect ourselves like that. It's like, you know, so it's sad, man. But yeah, man. I was watching a story, man, about Greg Brooks. I believe he was a safety from LSU.
LSU, yeah.
Yeah, man, he had a play and end up. He was. I think he had brain surgery or something like that.
Yeah, a tumor. Yeah,
a tumor on his brain, and that messed with him for when they did the surgery on him. It kind of messed him up, bro. He never was the same. I believe was he paralyzed? I believe did he get
No, he's not paralyzed. He's just
mentally
permanently disabled.
Right, permanently disabled. Now this was the coach at the time was
this the one where Ryan Clark had the interview with him?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brian Kelly at the time was the coach for LSU. Now the dad came on and brought him on and stuff like that. That's the one Ryan Clark was tearing up because, Ryan Clark is LSU alumni.
They're close friends, pretty much extended family. They knew each other for a long time.
Right. Yeah. And this was his son. So, Brian Kelly, he came out, he said a couple things like, I didn't turn my back on. I had people that was there for him and stuff like that, but they're saying it was like coaches, assistant coaches, and not him. You know what I mean? Now this kid is permanently disabled and stuff, and this is a risk that every football player that take the field takes. Right. This is the risk they take. But it's like it's sad to see. Like it kind of hurt me when I seen that, man, because all our kids that play sports and stuff like that, and we don't. Nobody thinking that like that, but they just want. My son got hurt twice on the field. I think he broke his leg one time and fractured his knee one time. So he's got hurt. When that happened, I'm jumping, I'm running to the field and seeing what's going on. Now, something like that when your kid is like his kid is never the same. It just sucks how they kind of just recycle these players like this. You know what I mean? And for him not to.
Go ahead, my fault. Go ahead.
I'm just saying for him not to reach out to this kid to come at least say something to him. Right. You know what I mean? I think that's
the part I caught it on when the coach didn't come and say nothing to him at all.
That's just terrible, bro. That's terrible. For you, all this kid, you couldn't stop nothing. Granted, It ain't your fault or nothing like that.
That's what Ryan Clark. Nobody's blaming him.
Nobody's blaming him.
Only thing they wanted is his coach's support.
At least to know that, damn, I laid it all on the field. I laid it all out on the line for you. And this has happened to me. The least you can do is just show up and say something. You know what I mean?
Now, it was even Ryan Clark said that at a point he seen the coach. He was there at the same time when he was there. Now, the coach also said that like you said, they had staff that was there. Now, they did report a false statement saying that his health and his progression was better than what it was. At one point, they said
the hospital.
No, the staff.
Yeah, the staff.
Because that's when they made the statement saying, "Okay, yeah, he's up and walking," and he wasn't. Mm-hmm. He wasn't.
They told Brian Kelly this.
Yeah, so that's when the statement was made, and he wasn't. So it's like when you make these statements, it's like you gotta know what you're saying. If you were there, then you would know that's not the case.
That's the whole thing.
And that's where the pops is, really upset about. It's like, and I get it, but I also understand both sides. I get it. You think in your mind, you think that these relationships are built, but he's a coach of a football team. And unfortunately, the reality is you are expendable.
You understand? No, you don't. That don't mean you understand both sides. You just understand the system, the game.
That's what I'm saying.
But as a human being,
as far as compassion, as far as morals and standards, stuff you think that okay, well, I built the relationship, but we don't know what the relationship was. At this point, it seems like it was just a coach and a player.
Let me ask you a question. If somebody. We work for Metro. When somebody passed away from Metro, whether you know them or not, do you feel something about it? Yeah. There was an operator. Do you feel something?
Depending on the situation. Now,
what do you mean by that?
Okay, so you have operators that have passed away by natural causes.
Right.
You have operators that passed by assault on the bus. Now, I will feel more passionate with that as far as the assault. Natural causes, if I know them, then yes. But if I don't know them, it's like
I'm saying you're gonna feel something.
Of course. Right. You're gonna feel you're gonna feel compassion like, damn, that's messed up.
Right.
But it's just like
But I'm just saying, okay, so but I'm saying so say if you was a manager, supervisor, and you was over it and these
and the thing is that's your job. It's no, I ain't gonna say it's in your contract. I'm not gonna say that. But as far as
you come on the operator,
it's morally right.
The manager,
the manager,
you would have to show up to show like, okay, at least we're doing this. But if you're talking about that, that's in the passing. What about up until the time? Like, say the operator gets sick, and the operator's in the hospital for months or whatever. How many times is the manager showing up to the hospital?
Managers you remember? Your best managers are the ones that really know you. That know
I know who my best. In a situation to where I got locked up, I know who my best. I know
something would have happened to you because I know who you're talking about, and I'm sure he would have showed up.
Exactly.
Funeral or not, because we saw him do that. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, those are the people that show compassion, that don't just look at you as expendable, but look at you like people.
Also managers that you don't have no relationship with, that you can't expect. The only thing they're gonna do is show up to the funeral.
Right, but that don't make it right.
I'm not saying it is right.
Right.
What I'm saying is that there's no relationship there. Now, with this situation at LSU, like, it had to be, it's a coach and player. It had to be a relationship.
Some kind of relationship.
It had to be, yes.
Because that coach got to be a reason that you're on that team.
Right,
so
right,
he had
exactly.
to prove that.
Exactly.
Managers don't go out and recruit you at our jobs. But this coach probably talked to your parent.
There's a relationship with the coach. There's a relationship with the player. There's a relationship with the parent, like you said, with a lot of people.
Right.
You know, you go through so many avenues of communication with players and coach. And for you to be one of the top players, there is a connection.
Right.
There is a communication thing right there.
It
So when these things happen and the coach don't show up, and then you fabricate stories or fabricate information, that I can understand what a father is so upset about.
And that kid, it seemed like from what I was saying, he left it all on the field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He left it all on the field. And all you want is just that's all you want. Not to say people can, they counter argument could be, why do you need that? Why you need that validation? Why do you need the white man to go in or whatever? But if I play for you and then you don't know them, that man probably sat in them parents' living room and sat in front of that kid and told him, that kid probably looked up to that coach. He probably was a second
even if he didn't go that
figure.
far, because to be honest with you, all that we know, not saying that don't happen, but we know about that with movies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go to the living room, go
Whether
to the
you
house.
sent the representative.
Yeah.
But
you still know that there was some kind of communication with the parents and the coach.
So what are facts about it though? Besides him not showing up?
That's pretty much that's what they were saying.
The facts are that it took 39 days from when he not injured, but when he was letting the coach know that, okay, I got a headache, vomiting, I feel dizzy and things like that. It took 39 days for them to get, a diagnosis.
Right.
And the thing is that they were kind of ignoring the situation. They diagnosed him with vertigo.
That's what I did hear.
Right.
I heard when Ryan was talking to him. No, the dad said that they diagnosed him with vertigo, and they was like, vertigo? How do you get vertigo for this and this and this and this? Like, he didn't have the symptoms for vertigo.
Right. But the father was trusting the medical team for the the actual LSU team. So and then when it gets to the point where they go to the doctor, it's an emergency situation to where they see the tumor and you have to perform surgery right away. And which left him. Now there's a case of negligence from LSU, and there's also a malpractice case too.
They'll win them.
Right. So,
that kid will never be the same. Like, you know what I mean? And I guess it's just like, damn, at least show up. But I mean,
but I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like,
I think because our expectations are like, I don't expect nothing. I think
right.
But we know that, but we're not going. The father in his heart of hearts know what it is, but that's the son. That your son, like, damn, because it could be your son. Like, you could tell him all you want to, like, son, this is the way of the world, and this and this and that and that. Right. But this kid probably actually believed in that coach. I mean, and probably believed, he cared.
Well, okay. So in the interview, it's more the father that has
a problem
with the situation.
But that he got the voice now. I mean,
he has the voice to speak up. Now, I'm not saying the son don't, but the son is more, at this point, he's more on the forgiving side and moving forward side. The father is the one that has an issue, and he's basically saying, where was the support?
The kid, when you dealing with something, bro, at a certain point in time, you're gonna just accept your fate, accept what it is. It's like you dealing with that. Yeah, your voice and your people is gonna be the ones that fight for you. Like, no, this shit ain't right.
Right.
You're gonna just be like, man, this shit, it is what it is. I mean, but his father was like, no, fuck that. You deserved better. They should have did better for you.
Where was the support?
Because he was a safety, right?
Yeah, he was hitting hard. Yeah, it was a safety. Yeah,
he was a good safety because I seen a couple of his games when they were playing Tennessee and when they was playing Alabama. Bro was gonna be elite.
Yeah. Now in this case, it's like when you actually think about the situation. 39 days. If I come to you,
right,
and I tell you my head is hurting, I don't feel good, and then you witness the throwing up, the dizziness, and all this stuff. At what point do you say
it's where to go?
Let's go get.
He deserved better.
He
desered better.
Right.
And I think that's what the father was like. Damn,
exactly.
Like when you can't protect your kid, I'm putting them off on you. Like, all right, just have the best for him. It ain't just about football. Like just you know, you want the best for your child. You want to protect them, and make sure they're safe and stuff like that. You put them in another grown man's hands.
Diagnose him the right way.
And at the point, that's what I'm saying. I understand. I don't think I'm not saying that it's right, but I understand when you have coaches and their focus is like win.
Yeah.
Or, you know, get this record or whatever the case. Go out there and play.
I mean,
shake it off.
We understand that. You know, we understand that, but it's just like, damn. But that goes even in Pop Warner. It's all about win.
Yeah.
But I guarantee if something happened to your child, it's like, nigga, hold on.
But
like,
it has to be personal because even with Pop Warner, you know, y'all kind of close to it. Nick is kind of close to it. You see how these kids, like, you're supposed to be trained not to hit a certain way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if it's personal, if it's direct, my kid or somebody that I'm close to kid, then that's when we take, you know, certain steps
more
to make.
Like, hey, you know, but I mean, a real coach is gonna take that with all the kids.
Yeah,
right
but certain coaches know because if
especially
you hit,
back then, it's probably more a little serious.
If you hit a certain way, everybody's ooh,
right,
doing the same shit.
Right.
That's my son.
But it's a lot of people that's coaching that shouldn't be coaching too.
Yeah, exactly. My son, he's talking about they. I forgot what kind of hit sticks. They call them hit sticks. When you hear that ooh oh, I'm like, bro, you can't play football. Thinking every hit is gonna be that way.
Right.
All right, let's move it along, man. Y'all seen? Did y'all get a chance to watch the Untold series with the shooting guards, man?
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's crazy how they named the shooting guards. They trying to be funny.
That's brilliant.
Right.
Brilliant.
So this was a story of you can talk about it. I mean, Gilbert Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas and what's the other guy's
what's his
name?
Crittenton or something like that. Yeah.
Crittenton. They both was on at a point in time. They both was on the Wizards, and Crittenton was drafted to the Lakers. You know,
I remember him though.
Yeah,
I remember him. He just didn't really like. Yeah. I mean, I remember him.
He was drafted to the Lakers. He really didn't get no playing time, and then he ended up at the Wizards with Gilbert Arenas.
So, but let's talk about. He got robbed in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
He got robbed in L.A. They tried to snatch his chain. He was fighting them all, but that had him associate himself with a certain gang out here,
in LA,
which kind of like he picked up that. So I guess a family member or something like that. Certain mannerisms. LA has a way of like, just I mean,
LA is just a different place.
Yeah,
it
can change you, and it can change you, man. Yeah. It can change you. So go ahead.
So you know, at Wizards, you know, at first Gilbert Arenas and him were close. Gilbert Arenas took him up under his wing because Gilbert Arenas was there first. But Gilbert Arenas is, I would say, an immature person.
Very immature.
Even to this day. Even to this day, he's very immature. Yes.
So, him and Swaggy P. Really.
Swaggy P too. Yeah. Even just
right.
Very immature. But you hear stories of the NBA with a lot of people doing the same type of shit.
Right.
Hey, Gilbert Arenas was the one with the gun.
Shaq
right?
very immature.
Yeah,
Shaq. It's the whole story, but you didn't see it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Shaq was very immature. But anyway, so you got Gilbert Arenas playing jokes on everybody and stuff like that. And it came down to a point where and it's crazy because both of their lives is kind of parallel, but in a different way. Like Gilbert Arenas grew up in the Valley or a Valley lifestyle. And Crittenton was in
Atlanta.
In the hood.
In Atlanta.
In the projects, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. So
no father.
Right, no father.
Gilbert Arenas
only had a father.
Right.
So yeah.
He only had a mother, Crittenton, and Gilbert Arenas only had a father. So.
Exactly. So it's just like, so you can kind of see where okay, so I'd be more emotional.
Gilbert Arenas' father was an actor, comedian, like
security
kind of comedy,
guard,
security guard,
muscle
all about
bound
comedy, like funny household.
Yeah.
So that's where he get his comedy
jokes and all that stuff.
from.
So he says, that's how I kind of deal with things by joking.
Right.
So anyway, long story short, he kind of jokes around. It's a gambling situation, and Gilbert Arenas is an antagonizer. So, Crittenton, I guess, found himself kind of speaking up for somebody else. Gilbert Arenas is like, why are you worried about it? It's just way. So they get into an argument, this and that. They come to talk about violence. I'll do this to you. I'll do this to you.
All of us black people
do. Yeah. You gonna do this
millionaires,
to me?
But
yeah. Gilbert Arenas like, so you gonna do this to me? Okay, I'll bring you the gun so you can do this to me.
Now, at this time, Gilbert Arenas is a top athlete. He's the best player on the team.
He's the
That's
face.
the face of this of the team.
Mm-hmm.
And you have this dude that's still on his rookie contract, which you're supposed to be a big brother to. You're supposed to be, kind of like schooling him and, being more of a mentor to. But Gilbert Arenas is still in his playful stage and stuff like that.
I already know.
So he gets into it with him, and he invites him like, nigga, if you gonna do this, I'll bring the guns for you to do it.
Right. And if you listen to him talk, he's still the whole time was not taking it serious.
Oh, Gilbert?
Yes, not taking it serious. So he bring the guns with a note saying pick one. So he bring the guns, put it on.
Now this is 2 days later after the event.
So this happened. Crittenton throw the gun like, I got my own shit. I don't need your shit.
He bring a loaded gun.
Yeah, nothing happened, but because you have certain reporters and stuff, they're like, oh, guns in the NBA.
Yeah.
So somebody took the story to a reporter that wasn't a reporter.
Somebody close.
And did he get suspended for the rest of the year?
Both of them did. Both of them got suspended for 50 games, which is the rest of the year.
Right.
Now Gilbert Arenas was the top player, so you ain't gonna get rid of him if that's your number one player, right? Especially in the Washington Wizards, who come into Washington. I mean,
this was Jordan. This was Jordan over the team, right?
This is after Jordan left.
After,
okay. Yeah. So did he still own? He was part owner, and then he left. He went. Okay. So yeah, but now Crittenton got suspended, but then he ended up getting traded. Like right after that. Then he kind of just disappeared out the NBA.
He went to China.
And didn't like that. Didn't like how that was going. So was trying to work his way back into the NBA. Did a couple tryouts or whatever, but nobody picked him up. So he went back home to Atlanta where he was from. Got robbed. He got robbed. Right. Ended up making a police report, calling the police saying I got robbed. Second time he got robbed. So this is the third. He got robbed in LA, got robbed in Atlanta once. Then the second time he got robbed in Atlanta was like, all right, this is the third time I got. So now he took it into his own hands. I'm tired of getting robbed.
Right.
So he started going around and doing his own investigation about who robbed him. Right. I think two instances. One instance because later down the line they said he shot a place or tried to look for somebody. That's how they end up tying him to the. So the second time, I mean, he found the people that robbed him. He called him on the phone, like, "Hey, I found y'all robbed me, whatever." The people that robbed him told him, like, "Nigga, whatever, nigga, you come, we'll come shoot that motherfucker up. You want to die about this jury or whatever."
So basically, like, long story short, after the second time, he ended up going to where the person who robbed him. He ended up going to this area, and he, like, forget it, I'm shooting. So he's shooting. But the intended target didn't get hit. It was a young lady that got hit and was killed.
Killed her.
Right. And he was sentenced to 25 years?
23 years.
23 years. Damn. But he only did 10.
Right. He only did 10. Now, he only did 10 because the DA secretly made a deal with the prosecutor. With his lawyer saying that if he do well, if he do good, he can get out in 10 years, which they didn't tell the family of the victim's family, which normally happens. So they didn't do that. Now they come out later, find out because now he went to school with Dwight Howard.
Right.
Dwight Howard's uncle was the DA at the time. You know what I mean? So that's how they like, okay, how did he get this kind of deal? Turns out that's how they tied it back. Like he had to get that deal because of that. So, now
this ties back to the topic we had last week where it comes to how much is your pride worth? How much is your image worth?
Right.
Because you got robbed 3 times. The first time you got robbed, now you ended up connecting with a gang in L.A. Get tattoos and all type of shit.
Right.
In Atlanta, you get robbed twice, and now you try to take matters in your own hands.
Now you need to sit down. Sit down.
Well, I mean, shit. You know, I think he left Atlanta the first time he got robbed. Like, I'm late, and he ended up coming back. Just how we kind of understand, you know, with the father and everything like that, man. If somebody keep robbing you, bro, you're gonna start protecting yourself. You're gonna feel the need to protect yourself.
I'm with protecting yourself.
He protected himself. That's cool.
Now I ain't saying going to.
That's the thing. Though. He went looking for it.
Right. So now I ain't saying go. You supposed to be equipped for, like, if this happened again, I'm gonna be ready. But because I feel like Atlanta, they get the open carry, like that, man. Do. But to roll around and go look for the people and all that wasn't cool.
So as far as right now, he's doing, I would call it community service. He's talking to youngsters and stuff like that. Me personally, I would be a little nervous and definitely cautious on who's around, because the person that he killed was a young lady,
right? And
she had, I think, probably 2 or 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? Now,
she had kids.
You have to understand that these kids are going to grow up, and the mother of that young lady, I'm paying attention to her words.
Yeah,
her words are not like, okay, forgiveness type. No, it's like you don't do this. These kids without a father, so she's essentially raising her grandkids like that.
She says she hate when she hear his name.
Yeah.
One thing though that I kind of got from that documentary, Netflix makes some good documentaries. Let me just say that. But when he said, man, when you like that decision, like when you had a fork in the road, when you had a fork in the road and you have a decision to make, and he said that day he went and made that decision for the guns and stuff like that changed his whole life. That was like, damn, right? And then. Okay, so I fuck with Gilbert Arenas, but he didn't really take a lot of accountability in this, man. I didn't like the fact that he was like, I'm not guilty about nothing. Now, granted, he like he said, I didn't make him bring the gun, I didn't make him toss the gun, I didn't make him do that. But you had an obligation as being a mentor, man. You was older, you had a better, you was more solidified, you was more like this boy was on a rookie contract. He was a young man, right? You basically gaslighted him, and not saying he wasn't a grown man, he could have made his own decisions, but you gaslighted him into these things where if you play too much, hold on, no. I'm saying you had an obligation if I'm your big homie, or if I'm older than you, I have an obligation to lead you the right way. If I'm playing with you and I'm saying you ain't gonna do this, you ain't gonna do that, nigga, you scary. You ain't about to. Here go the gun. If you go shoot, hold on. So say I said this. I'm older than you, and I'm like, bro, you talking about you a gangster, nigga? Here go the gun. I give you 2 guns. You ain't gonna do nothing. I don't have no obligation in that.
Outside of the NBA fucking locker room. Okay, cool. But we talking about the NBA. The locker room, bro. The star player? Do you honestly think that this fool is going to do some bullshit?
Who?
Gilbert Arenas.
I'm
as
saying,
far as when it comes to violence and guns.
Okay,
I just want to know why they had a reporter there.
It was all dumb. I'm not saying it was
inside. It was an inside.
I'm not saying it wasn't all dumb, but I'm just saying I'm not saying it was all. No, it was all stupid, right? Immature, stupid. But I'm just saying. Like how he said, if that day would have never happened, yeah, they both have some responsibility into that, definitely. But, bro, if Gilbert, I can't like if I would have never even messed with you like that, Gilbert was playing too much. It's like, and then these kids is right outside. We act like they don't come from where we come from. They had the same mentality that we from. You're not about to play with me. I'm from the hood. I'm just like you. They're like a second away from where we come from. Just because they like.
Nick Young was on the team at the same time.
But Nick Young probably wasn't raised in the projects, probably had both parents and stuff like that. Nick Young was from the west side of LA.
Hold on. First of all,
I ain't talking about where your west side.
No. I get what you're saying, but don't make it seem like.
I'm just saying he probably had both parents. He don't seem like he was from where a boy was from.
Did that mean anything?
No, yeah, but I'm anybody. If you have both parents, you can make dumb decisions. But I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
and
bro.
there are reputable gangs in West LA.
I'm not. That's not my thing. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like as far as like sometimes it's more of an uphill battle, bro. Like where you kind of still have that you that mentality when you're not raised with a certain confidence and you know how to move as a man and stuff like that. You hold on to that. You got a chip on your shoulder to where like you may feel like he already was saying like you ain't about to play with me like that. You ain't about to do.
But see, that's the thing though. Like he even as you can see him talking as a grown adult. After prison, he see where his mistakes were. He was raised by mother and grandmother. You know what I'm saying? So
knock your ass out.
So you gotta put all that into consideration. So his thing is off the bat, you ain't playing with me like that. Now it was other people that Gilbert. It wasn't just targeting him, but he made this decision at that point to keep it real. When we're keeping it real goes wrong.
No, right.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
So
yeah.
That's you got a choice, man.
I'm not taking none off him, but I'm saying if we had to put a percentage on that,
Gilbert Arenas is at fault too for playing too fucking much.
Not too, but I'm saying where would you put that percentage on? Like if you had to go like you gonna split it down the middle or you gonna go?
No,
it ain't,
you're your own man, bro. At the end of the day,
yeah, exactly.
My thing is at the end of the day, no.
So you don't feel like okay, but y'all just basing off NBA or so y'all don't feel y'all not combining like just you don't feel like you could be influenced in no kind of way, shape, or form.
You are grown as
whether
man.
It's hood stuff or not.
Of course,
okay, we get that.
Everybody is influenced every day.
But where does right and wrong come in at?
Right.
Like bringing a gun. If anybody, I mean, come on.
So can you not? You don't feel like you guys had a power to make a positive influence or a negative influence on a kid?
Yes.
Okay.
But what is positive about bringing a gun to the stadium?
So this is what I'm saying.
I'm saying, even in y'all profession, if you lead somebody down the wrong, if you give them all the wrong information and they do the wrong shit and get fired, you're gonna say, well, you was just, well, nigga, you made your own choices.
He did.
You did. Mm-hmm. But you don't feel like you're at fault at no way, shape, or form?
I told you the fact, but then again, you have to use common sense. This is the NBA.
That's why I was about to go with this.
Like, what do you?
So common sense is not so common.
What do you think that Gilbert Arenas is going to do? Like seriously, the face of the Wizards, the all-star of the Wizards. What do you think he was going to do?
The fact that he was more removed from this kid. And I'm saying you had an obligation to be a better mentor. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying this kid don't have responsibility too, but you being an older person, the more seasoned person.
Listen,
you had a more you led this kid. Why you think he still feel the need to keep in contact with this kid? Because he know he felt he know
that's cool. But at some point, let's just remove this situation. I could talk to whoever I'll talk to. At some point, you know I'm not going to be there 24/7 to guide every step that you take. You are going to make your own decisions at some point.
But we got kids and we still don't feel that way.
I feel that way.
So
I'm talking to my son every day like this is what I'm preparing you for. But I know for a fact when I'm not even at this point, when you're at high school, I know nigga, you doing shit that you shouldn't be doing that I'm preaching against.
Yeah, but I'm saying if God forbid if it got to the point to where they made a mistake that was unforgiving that they can't come back from, you're gonna if you feel like you did everything you were supposed to do, even if you did do that, you're gonna still feel damn. What did not? You're gonna be trying to check the boxes like damn. Did I do everything I could have did?
That's a parental guilt. I get it. I get what you're saying because you go down the list like you said. Like what is it? Because I'm in that situation now. Like, what am I doing? What am I not doing? How this is now? What could I have done better? But I also understand when you are away from home. Let's just take this simple situation, the gym. Simple. This is a simple situation. We at the gym, me and my son, and I'm telling him like, look, you don't need to be doing it fast like this. Just slow down. Pace yourself. Do this. Do it like this. I'll go somewhere else. Michelle come down the stairs. She go to him behind me, and because I'm not looking.
Right.
That's what kids do, or that's what people do. The person that you look up to, or the person that's giving you guidance, you at some point you're going to make the decision that you want to do what you want to do. Now you have to learn from what comes from that. Now, if you hurt yourself, bro, I told you. You shouldn't do it like this. Now you gotta. Now you
told him though.
I told him. I
Gilbert
did.
Arenas didn't tell him though. He told him, nigga, I'm bringing the
That
guns.
wasn't
tomorrow.
nigga. No, fuck that. That wasn't Gilbert Arenas' job to do that. That was his parents' job to tell him, look, this is what
He didn't have. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He wasn't equipped with it. Sometimes you're gonna come across kids that don't have all the people in their life that's supposed to. You don't know how many leaders was in this kid's life. So you could have played a prominent person in that kid's life, and you chose to go negative. You was the negative person that his life changed from that point.
Everybody's not.
I will say this: what you just said is why I fear for my youngest son, because he's one of those people to where he'll listen to everybody else and bring the gun like a dumbass.
But you there? No, I don't.
No, and I am there. It's
I don't like when you say stuff like that. But
and I'm not talking about my son like that. It's just stuff I'll tell him, like today, like yesterday. Don't take my cologne to school.
Your cologne don't got nothing to do with no gun.
This is just the smaller things. I'm not saying.
All right, my kids spray my cologne.
No.
He was taking his stepdad t-shirt. He all right.
What I'm saying is this: I'm his dad. Don't take the cologne to school. Okay, Dad, I'm not gonna take it to school. Guess what? I go in his backpack. Guess where he took it back to?
Yeah.
To school.
He got a girlfriend.
Exactly.
Well, see, that's the thing. What we're saying is that the influence, unfortunately, at this point in these days, are stronger than the home. The influence outside of the home is stronger than the actual.
That's all I was getting to. The influence
but when
of
it
a
comes,
girl.
yeah, when it comes to a village it takes a village. That is totally true.
Exactly. Like, guess what his answer was? The girl, he said, I had 3 different colognes I took to school right there, and she said this was her favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. But see, whenever I see your son, I talk to him. What's this like? What's your grades like? Because it can't just be him.
Right.
It has to be more than just him.
And I'm not saying, like you said, you hate when I do. No. This is the descriptions that I give. Like, I can see, like,
I just don't like when you word it like that. Like,
I apologize. I apologize. But it's like, I see,
I think he's a better kid than
No, he is. I just fear because he doesn't use his brain all the time. It's like you said, the influence that he gets that comes first.
All kids are like that.
Oh, yes, definitely. We were like that. The only thing is that we have to understand that we're thinking from an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Speculation.
Exactly.
Right.
Not
but we did shit that our parents, and we gonna call your mama too. We did shit that our parents were like, what? How could you?
I'm sure she's gonna call you a dumbass.
Yeah, why would you do that? I mean, so I know I did.
You know what? It's funny. I only had one instance in my whole entire life where I had a dumbass moment.
Not what?
All my life.
Who you talking to, nigga?
Y'all.
No, you not.
Shit.
Hey.
Okay, maybe before we knew you, but when we knew you, it was more than one, nigga.
Oh, when y'all, boy, I'm telling you, I wasn't like this when I was younger. I was more militant.
We knew you when you was younger, nigga.
Y'all know me when I hit after 21.
Yeah,
24, 25. I'm talking about when I was younger, because I was afraid of my mama.
Oh, you didn't get dumped after we met you?
Yeah. Nigga, I was so afraid of my mama. It wasn't even funny. Like, bro, like whatever my mom said, like she was like, you want to get a whooping, or you want to get a whooping to go outside, or be on restriction for a month. Restriction.
Yeah. So as far as immaturity, people seeing the whole Swaggy P Kenyon Martin thing now. That's just being immature. That's all that it is. It's just being immature.
So Swaggy P was immature.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't tell me to shut up. Oh, you telling me now I'm not gonna never shut up. Come on, man.
Right.
That's just immature.
That sound like brothers and sisters shit.
Yeah.
That was like big brother, little brother shit.
Right,
let me play the video real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Yeah, play it, because I watched a little bit of it and I'm like, never mind.
Yeah.
I just jumped over to the day.
Yeah.
And hey, Kenyon Martin, do Swaggy P not know that Kenyon Martin is the
Wait, hold on.
Do he know
I'm
Kenyon
trying
Martin
not to tell Nick shut the fuck up. while I'm talking. While I'm talking.
We were talking
right?
about Greg Popovich, his legacy.
Like just fucking rude. Nobody give a fuck about your phone. Niggas over here talking about something important.
You over here talking.
Yeah, you're about the wrong fucking thing, nigga.
Man, you want to talk like you on the porch.
Yeah, we talking about this man's legacy.
All you want.
We're talking about this man's legacy over here, and you fucking being disrespectful, nigga.
This is Gil's Arena presented by Underdog.
The same age, so it's
right?
Like,
yeah, he kept saying you want to make a joke. Ain't shit funny right now, nigga.
Keep talking about Pop.
Ain't shit funny.
Pop.
Nigga.
Shit. Let me
Everything ain't nobody want to see that dumbass shit you showing, nigga.
I'm scared to look at this way.
I'm
over
here. Yeah, the dumbass nigga over here trying to conduct the motherfucking show and you over here just constantly. We're trying to, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Damn, I don't have to shut up. I'm
Why niggas talking you do, nigga?
I didn't say nothing. He said something.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't have to shut up.
You the one niggas can hear. Can't nobody hear him.
Shut up. Now I'm
can't
never
nobody
gonna
hear
shut
him.
up. I'm never gonna shut up now.
Sorry, Pop. Can you give Pop a smoke with
Pop with the basketball gods?
Can we get a little smoke for Pop?
Hey.
Pop with the basketball.
Man, for no reason.
Nigga over trying to have a real conversation. Nigga,
all right,
shut
you
up.
can have it, nigga. I don't have
Trying
to shut up.
Shut
man.
up.
I didn't say nothing. Don't tell me to shut up, nigga.
You're a fucking child. Shut up sometimes.
Swaggy, we're
nigga, shut up.
We are showing love to Greg
Nigga, don't
Popovich.
fucking shut up.
Hey, man, that's the end of the show. We are showing love. We are trying to show love. Show love to Greg Popovich.
I'm talking to you, directly to you.
I was trying to get to you. I'm from West LA, nigga.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like he said that, but he kind of paused when he said that.
I probably wasn't even showing it. Oh man, but they heard it though.
Yeah, but he was like, "I'm from West," and then he didn't stop. But the thing is that if you know about the Gilbert Arena show, man, you know how Swaggy P is. You know that. If he paying attention, even in the whole, even throughout his career in the NBA, you know who he is, how he is.
Right.
It's for me, it's kind of pointless to even get to that point.
I was about to say the same thing.
It's pointless.
Like it's certain people like I can't make you mad. I can't make you mad because you know how goofy or stupid I am.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
You can make
it was
mad.
funny.
You can make me mad too.
Hey,
don't just say like you can make me mad.
But it's like I know how to make both of y'all mad. But 10 times out of 10, like I'm just being fucking like you said, goofy as shit. Him one other one. This is Kenyon Martin right here. I swear.
Right. That's crazy. No.
Because when he get mad at me, he goes,
right,
bitch.
Right.
I ain't never called you no bitch.
Oh.
No, but I mean, I think this was a big brother, little brother situation. I understand. I guess I understand both of them. I understand Kenyon Martin because he was talking. I didn't see the whole clip, but I believe they're talking about. Now he have a certain revere and respect Greg Popovich, so he was trying to like give him his. He about to retire and all that. So Kenyon Martin like serious about that nigga. We
Did
not
he play
playing.
for him for a couple years?
I don't know. I was thinking he had to because I was thinking about that. I was like, man, did he? Because I don't remember him playing for him, but maybe he did.
I'll look it up afterwards.
Maybe he did. I'm not sure, but whatever the case, he respect him enough. And I guess Swaggy P was like talking and making little jokes about Greg Popovich.
But what should have happened was Kenyon Martin knowing how Swaggy P is. Right. You like us, you would have kept on going. You would have kept on talking about Greg.
But we don't know. See, that's the thing. Like, we don't know what that whole episode was like. But we don't know Kenyon Martin mood. He a hot head anyway.
Exactly.
I mean, your homeboys, you gotta know, like
you can't go tell a no grown man shut the fuck up.
You can't.
Especially you gotta like hold your cool. Y'all on the public platform, and y'all gotta you gotta uphold that. You gotta stay professional and stuff like that.
That's clicks. They don't care about that shit.
I'm just saying you supposed to, but
that's like
I mean
clickbait.
That's like your little.
Go ahead. I apologize. That's like me just saying. Me just fabricating. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck what you think or whatever. It's clickbait, and then once you click it, we talking about we love our mamas.
When they
and shit.
click it, they gonna see me punch you in the face.
No, because I would never try to pretend. We might be hot in real time. It ain't like after the fact. We ain't about to do that for clickbait, nigga. We hot in real time. Yeah. After the fact, we like nigga. It wasn't about shit. But I'm saying in real time, we ain't gonna create some shit to do that. But I'm saying I don't feel like they did either. I feel like that was real.
Are you gonna punch me for real?
But I'm saying like I understand both sides. I understand Kenyon Martin getting upset, and I understand Swaggy P. Like at a certain point, it's like, all right, nigga, stop telling me to shut the fuck up.
It's funny
I'm
though.
a grown man, like that man.
They both act like when they were back playing for the NBA. Swaggy P still act like Swaggy P. Kenyon Martin still a hothead.
I feel like Kenyon Martin. I feel like Swaggy P, because at first he was like, "Nigga, don't tell me to shut up." Like I feel like he didn't want Kenyon Martin to get.
I kind of felt
it was
that
like big
bit.
brother. Like you don't want to fight your big brother. You know he'll beat you up, but at some point it's like you ain't about to keep telling me to shut up.
The fuck up.
Nah, man,
not in front of my friends
my
and
wife and
everything. In front of my wife and everything.
I think that's any grown man.
Right,
the
right,
fact
right.
that you say it from the beginning, like shut the
Yeah,
fuck
he
up.
kept saying, yeah. But I respect how both of them. It didn't go overboard. Like they said what they said. Kenyon Martin didn't
Yes,
get up.
I'm happy that it didn't go that way.
Yeah, it could have been bad, but I mean, it happens in podcasts. It didn't got heated like with us on podcasts or
Not on the camera.
Not on camera.
I mean, for you, yeah.
Not on camera.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
You and Marcus.
Not heated to what? No.
Not to the point where it's like.
All right, I was saying
You talking about here? It never got that heated to where
you was getting there, but
not to where I wanted to.
No.
Are you talking about like just we men testosterone? Your voice is gonna raise and stuff like that. It never got to the point to where I felt like that. No,
control your emotions, nigga.
No,
Tell him again. Tell him again.
It's never got to the point.
Hey, you know what? It'd be funny because when he be getting heated, he don't see it.
I don't get heated, bro. I speak with conviction. I'm passionate. I've never got mad.
That's how you word it?
I've never been mad here, sitting here, mad. I never been.
I made you that mad last time.
No, I've never been mad, bro.
Okay.
I just speak with conviction. Yeah, I'm passionate about whatever. I've never been mad. If nigga, you see after that, we've always been good. It's never been nothing. Like I mean, I've never been mad, bro. I've never been mad. Like I mean, I just was passionate about whatever I felt. Like man,
we can get in.
that's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
We got a breath for 5 seconds.
If it ever got, listen, we so good homies, bro. Like if it ever got to the point, nigga, they wouldn't see it, but
let's get out.
You know what I mean?
Let's handle this shit
real
quick.
It would be that. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be when you homies. I mean,
I can't punch y'all niggas like that.
I can punch the shit out of you. I've dreamed about it. I'm just Nah, I'm just bullshit. No.
You definitely make a nigga want to punch somebody. I ain't gonna front.
I didn't drop kick you in my
You definitely.
nigga, the people's elbows you. Nigga didn't been here with it.
This nigga be like,
oh, so this is what y'all think about me, yeah?
You that was that. You know, salute how it didn't go overboard. They just had grown men. Sometimes it get like that.
But at the end of the day, would you respect me if I lost a fight?
I mean, bro, a fight is a fight, bro. Like, look, I'm in a place at this moment in my life. You can say I don't want to fight, and I wouldn't care. That wouldn't have no respect on. That wouldn't.
Wait. Oh, go ahead. Finish.
If you are in a situation, somebody is in your face, because I'm not gonna. I seen you in situations to where you in somebody's face doing all this bullshit. But if you're in a situation right now and you say, bro, I don't want to fight, and you walk away, that don't determine my respect for you.
Right.
Yeah,
No, I'm saying if you lost the fight.
If you lost the fight, I'm just like, nigga, you got your ass beat. We gonna still be cool.
We're gonna clown.
You got your ass
you
beat.
can't come with me. You can't come with me. We go out.
I mean, listen. Okay, so now, okay, so listen. If you are in somebody's face and you talking a lot of shit, and then when it's time to fight, you like, I don't want to fight. No, I'm gonna be like, no, nigga. You fight.
Yeah. That's like that woman at home. Beat my ass.
Because at that point, if I'm there, that mean I came because I thought, you know what I mean, we was about to fight. I mean, so if I'm there to see it, it's like, no, nigga. Because I know at that point, if you don't, bro, whatever situation is gonna be, like, it's gonna be worse after the fact if you just walk away from this. No, nigga, let's just get it on. Let's just get it out the way because it's gonna be worse. This person gonna be thinking they could say or do whatever they want to you. You know what I mean? And win, lose, or draw, my thing is like, a lot of times, man, a lot of motherfuckers don't want to fight.
Not necessarily.
What?
Like you just said, a lot of motherfuckers don't want to fight. But if he in a situation, whatever person, that person might have respect for you or me or anybody around him to where they don't start acting a certain way after that. They'll just leave it alone.
No. Well, if they on that energy too, like if they on some like I'm talking about if they like on some turned up nigga, and they they like nigga, you all kind of bitches and hoes, and they all in your face. Now if I'm all about de-escalation. I know we shouldn't be fighting it. I mean, I'm not on that like, oh, we gotta. No, bro, no. We could talk. I'm all about communication. We should be able to talk as men. I mean, so if we can do that, yes, granted. But I'm saying if it's to the point of no return, it's like it didn't got to that point. It's like, and you didn't say things, they didn't say things. It's like at a certain point, it just gotta happen, right? But I'm saying we're not walking away from that situation. You know what I mean, but. Unless you want to, I can't make nobody fight or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, the question was, do you respect?
Which one? Who the baddest?
Do you respect the man?
You remember that in high school?
Yeah. Do you respect the man who loses a fight? Like, or do you respect the man who loses a fight? I feel like, bro, if you get out there, now, granted, if you get out there and you fight, I'm gonna respect you. If you forced to. I'm not saying if you just like, I mean, you don't have to just fight just because you. But if you get out there and fight, and if need be, and you get out there, then I'm gonna respect you. You know what I mean? If we all together and you run on me, I'm not gonna respect you. You know what I mean? If you run on me, or if you run, period, I'm not gonna respect you. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be like, damn. Or not to say that's not to say I can't be cool with you. I just know
who you are.
Yeah, I just know in certain
I gotta
situations.
watch you at all times.
Yeah, in certain situations I can't. But I'm saying, yeah, you gotta defend yourself. I mean, as long as you defend yourself. But let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all feel like a woman will respect you if you lose a fight? You feel like if you lost a fight today, would your woman still respect you?
Yeah.
My wife?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got your ass beat, stumped out.
No, you know what?
You hear him? I mean, not here. What's his name on the ground?
Which one of y'all is King?
Yeah, which one of y'all is King? You all him on the ground.
Right.
You all.
No, it's funny that you brought that up. Yesterday, right, when I was telling y'all the situation earlier at work, right? So after work, that's when I told you like I had to go to urgent care because of my blood pressure was high. But I was telling my girl, I was like, yeah, I beat two niggas ass at work. She was like, nigga, did you stomp him out? I was like, nigga, I fucked him up. I said, I had one sleep, the other one in a headlock. And I was like, yeah, but I broke my wrist. She was like, damn, baby, but you got them niggas? Wait, what did your boss say? She said, this self-defense. I said, hell yeah. She was like, yeah.
What you lying for, man?
Hold on, but then I told her, I said, no, I'm just at the hospital for high blood pressure. She was like,
beat me.
And then we gotta be honest with ourselves too. Like we ain't in no condition to be fighting. Like,
not even a little bit.
I got a few minutes. I ain't gonna fight. I got a few minutes. If I don't get you with this 1-2,
that ain't minutes, nigga.
But I got a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like
about a minute 30, minute 45.
No,
I'm not gonna chase you. I'm gonna stand right there. I'm a counter puncher, nigga. I'm gonna
exactly.
I'm gonna let you come in. I'm all fluid. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not about to chase you. I'm not about to throw no wild ass punches. I ain't doing none of that. You know what I mean?
Straight technique over here.
That's Garrett, me, Gary, Joe, Marcus, and then got out there. I beat all y'all ass. Tell the truth. We had the gloves on.
You know, we was 13.
Whooped them. Gary called in. Don't try to lie either. You know what I mean?
They used to do that on the block too, but I never got in the gloves. We used to go body.
Nah, we was going. I was all
boxing.
Roy Jones with it.
Now, you ever went body?
Yeah.
We used to go body, but I never got in the gloves. But they used to do that down the street though.
My mama used to do that.
I don't know if I lost a fight, man. Bree'd probably be like, nigga, you ain't tough. You tough. You ain't tough. I don't know if she'll respect me the same, man. Because she already be like, nigga, she be trying to like, I mean, she thinks she can get out my moves. Like, I be trying to like, you ever play, like, you know, you be like trying to hold her, see if you can hold her down, and she be like, I can get out.
I can hold Michelle down, but they
strong.
But she
they leg strength.
They got that bull in them.
No, for her, she quick with the throat jab.
Yeah, they know where to hit you at, man.
Real quick.
They grab you. You know what I mean? They know where to grab and tell like, hey, whoa.
But the thing is, she ticklish. So that's
they definitely ticklish. You know what I mean? They definitely ticklish. But you gotta. I don't know if they ticklish when they mad. I ain't never caught her super mad because she probably still not ticklish when she mad. You know what I mean,
get up on
that's funny, nigga. She Mexican. Oh, ticklish. Y'all ticklish?
Why
you
you
ticklish. I know you look ticklish.
Nigga, no, I'm not. Why are you asking me if I'm
never
ticklish?
ask a grown man if you ticklish.
I am not
You ticklish right about around the back of the calves.
That means that's where you ticklish at. Sabrina, he be laying on his stomach. Sabrina be like,
nah, I'm
slapping his feet
ticklish.
together like, stop, breathing.
That's fun.
Stop breathing.
Why you gotta say it like this? That's hilarious. No, but I'm ticklish sometimes. Like that, man.
Ain't no
like,
sometime.
Yeah, sometimes I'm sometimes I'm ticklish. I mean, everybody ticklish sometimes.
No.
Yeah, y'all ticklish, man.
No, I'm not.
All right, man. Perception versus reality.
Perception versus reality, man. There's so many levels to this thing. Even when we talk about, everything that we just talked about. Just me having a conversation with my wife this past week about certain things, and it's like, and so many things that people tell me about myself and how I can seem guarded or unapproachable when I'm just the coolest dude ever. You know what I'm saying?
Your perception is you're the
but the
coolest dude.
no. The perception is I'm unapproachable.
Right.
Because I've heard from you, I've heard from other people that, I ain't messing with him.
I was goofy. I was like, nigga, fuck you.
Yeah. So
I had to make him laugh.
In reality is that I'm just the coolest dude. Now I am guarded and I am, I guess, precaution when it comes to certain people because I can't give my all to certain people. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so then I got a question for you. What was it about us two that made you
Time.
Time.
You know what? You know what too? Even with that, like I was the same way. Like I wasn't as talkative as I am now. And it took me a minute to come. My mom, everybody tell you I was more quiet, but it's something like when people are the opposite, if you super quiet, then it's gonna kind of bring me out of my shell. But I was the same way, and I think maybe something about that kind of like, because if you was like nigga super, I probably wouldn't have fucked with you. Like I mean, the fact that I kind of trusted it a little bit more because you was like you are. I think that's what maybe gravitated me to you. But or not right off the back. Of course, it's more of a like nigga. I had to vet you out too. Like it's like nigga.
Yeah. I think everybody we all vetting each other. Like you see, because I was so just like in and out, which I am still now. I was so in and out at one. That's what you see. But I'm looking at everybody while I'm in and out. I'm not really paying attention to personalities or anything.
Like Nip say though, you look for you. So it's like I'm seeing this nigga. I know you come from you come. I identify with you, but I identify with you. So it's like, nigga, what you on? Like,
but the conversation between me and Michelle was about other shit as far as perception kind of comes with judgment. It can lead to judgment. You know what I'm saying?
It is judgment.
Yeah. I mean, not initially. Because you just go, maybe.
It's an objective word.
Right. So it's just like judgment, like, okay, this is what this person seems like, so I'm just going to judge him off of that.
By the word, why you saying seem? Seem is the objective word to make those coincide with one another.
Do y'all care about how y'all perceive, though?
I didn't. At this point, I do. Because it could stop or block certain opportunities.
And I'm going to piggyback off that.
But by who, though?
Go ahead.
But whatever the case, just the fact that, okay, so my kids play sports, band, whatever they might be into, and it could be parents that just number one, I am big in stature, you know what I'm saying? So that's automatic. Number two, I'm a black man.
It's scary.
Now I got braids, but I'm a black man, so that's those things play a part into that. So it's like,
so you look like a typical LA nigga.
So it's not like that they scared. They just like, I don't know how to approach this person.
And then you don't smile, nigga. You gotta start smiling, man.
And that too. So like I said, now just like just the fact that I understand how perception can be. I don't want to be judged, like, because I'm literally a cool person.
So what are you doing to change that? I'm just asking. Like,
that's a good reverse question. Reverse. So how can you reverse that perception?
Maybe just being the initiator in conversation.
So do you do that with other parents? Like you walk up and initiate the conversation?
No,
I can't see you do
no.
it. I can't
But
see you.
it depends on if we are close in proximity.
So
if we're close in proximity, then especially when it comes to sports, because they know who I'm here for.
So only black kid on the team.
So you will go initiate the conversation with another parent?
No, it's just that we're right here. First of all, it'll be Michelle first. And then the fact that me and Michelle are together is like, it's just
hey,
like,
who is this big guy right there? Is this his dad?
Look at his dad.
Hey,
so what you in for?
Because the first interaction I had with my son's band coach was because I told y'all he had said something out of line.
Right.
So that first interaction is like, oh, the black kid's dad is coming.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the perception. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just coming to talk like, okay, this shouldn't been happening, and you could come talk to me, so shit like that.
Was your approach like?
No, because soon as the approach happened, it was just like, okay, I'm just going to apologize. But it was also
who was going to the person?
The band leader. But
also, he was already out of line.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's also, I'm not coming aggressive. I'm just coming to introduce myself, and we're gonna talk about the situation.
Do you know what's aggressive for you or not? Because sometimes that's another thing about perception.
Mm-hmm.
Like how we come sometimes, we may not know if it's aggressive or not.
Because I've heard this my whole life. I was scared to talk to you, or I was scared to approach you, or this is.
So how did you come to the band?
Not me.
Did you say, hey?
No, it was just hand extended like I'm senior.
Because sometimes we gotta like dumb it down a little bit.
But I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to be me, but I'm senior, and I'm going to show you I'm coming with respect. I'm not coming with aggression.
We can put on your white voice.
No.
No, I'm Alan. AKA.
So, and I understand that. I understand how perception can come with judgment. And people can definitely judge you but also when it comes to perception and reality is that I might be acting this way because my mind is 1,000 miles per hour right now.
Right.
That's why I ain't had sleep in 2 days.
Yeah, I'm dealing with so much in that, I got to put on the front. See you in passing, hey, what's going on? How you doing? This and that. But once I leave here, as far as work, I'm going to a whole nother world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the reality. The reality is
Fun world.
Dealing with so much shit.
Test tube, baby.
What was you about to say?
Perception really did get big to me until I got the job that I'm at now. Perception is everything at this job. Meaning.
Don't get into detail.
No, fuck no. Meaning, somebody can say this. And somebody can say, oh, Adolf does it this way. Adolf does it this way.
The mic.
Oh, Adolf does it this way. Adolf didn't do it like this. Or somebody just come to my boss and say, oh, I seen Adolf sit in the office for 3 or 4 minutes, and I seen him.
He just said don't get into detail, man.
I'm not. This is not like deep. This is now. This right here is not detail. This is just me saying perception. And me speaking with my boss, it's like, hey, you know what I mean? When he was like, oh, well, perception is this and that and this, that you don't do this and you don't do that.
The fact that you are sitting.
Exactly.
And that's all they see.
That's all they see.
Yeah.
If they don't see me what I'm doing on the computer. They just see me on the computer. And at any other job, perception was just, hey, I see you doing work. But at this current location now, it's like perception is top tier.
Y'all don't have a daily activity report or something you turn in to where
that's what I work on every time that I do get on the computer. We have reports. We have at least like 10, 15 reports.
So how can they track what you're doing?
I send it to them.
What I'm saying is, so why, if you're sending them what you're doing, they still questioning what
because it's still like, all right, so say you're in another department. Oh, I need this. Okay, all right, give me 1 second. Let me finish, blah, blah. I'll go get it. I'll go look for it. If I don't have it, I don't have it. Oh, he never have what I need. He's always on the computer. And it's not that. It's I'm looking for it on the computer through the warehouse, or I'm asking my boss, or I'm asking the GM. But every time something gets back,
never have it.
I mean, if we don't have it, like we look for it in 3 different places. We look for it either 1, 2, or 3. If it's not in 1, 2, or 3, then it's like, all right, we have to order it.
Well, if I was you, I would find out why we don't have it, and if they keep asking me for it, I need to make sure I have it. I'm responsible for me.
Now that's the point. That's what I'm doing. So I'm looking for it. I'm trying to figure out. All right, hey boss, this is why we don't have it. All right, if we ordered this amount, we would never run out. And if we ordered this amount after we order this every 3 weeks, we would never run out of this.
So basically, the perception is you don't do shit.
Exactly. So it's like, bro, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like I'm going above and beyond of what my title is. But like I said, perception wasn't that big to me before because
I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but I think when those things, everything should be paperwork. So if you guys, if ever somebody asks you to have something or asking you for something, it should be email format. And I'm CCing everybody that asks me, if you asking me, do I have this? Send me in an email form. And then once you ask me if I have it, I'm CCing everybody. And then when I check that I don't have it, everybody is in this thing. So it doesn't fall back on me.
Right.
If we don't have it, everybody knows we don't have it. So it's not just a me thing.
Right. So me, when that does happen, when people say they text me. So every text message.
No, don't text me.
No. So every
That's off the record.
No. So no, it's not off the record.
I mean, it's still
on the record. So with me,
no, it's email, nigga. I'm telling you.
I get
but it's still
I
a
get
text between the numbers.
No.
I get what you're saying. Yes.
No.
But everything don't come to me in the email.
I'm trying to tell you it should.
Unless you have
job
a
shit.
But everybody doesn't check the email. That's what I'm saying. Like.
No. It don't matter what they check. You cover yourself
still a
within
paper
the
trail.
email. It's a paper trail.
But unless you have a work phone.
Huh?
Unless you have a work phone.
Exactly. No, I have my own phone. But that's how we communicate is through text.
And that's why they keep coming to you about certain shit.
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So you put it back on them when it's on work and it's on email.
Oh, I do. If I would have let me finish. So when it does,
because you always got the answers.
I do.
You always tell me what I did.
Say, what happened with this order? I go back to the text message, throw it on the email. This is what happened.
Ain't nobody. All I'm trying to tell you is, you can't. I'm gonna shut it down within quick. If you come to me with something, and if I know I'm not at fault, the email is gonna end with my email.
And I get that part. That's exactly how it is. But what I'm saying is just perception.
Reality is you are taking the steps.
Exactly. Reality is I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. But perception is somebody will walk past the office. And it's like, oh, he's sitting down.
What I'm trying to tell you though, in those situations, and I know it sounds like I'm cutting you off, but I'm trying to tell you though, when you're in these positions, bro, you have a union?
No.
Okay, but so even furthermore, you should protect yourself by paperwork, paper trail, right? So that's the only way you can protect yourself. So whatever happens should be by email, form, paper trail. You know what I mean? You're not gonna text me anything. If we have a meeting, it's like I'm recording the meeting, or I'm if I can't have if y'all not in a union, then I can't see how. Because you a manager.
But even like you said, even with the CC, even if they don't check, like you said, they don't check the emails, it's still there.
You can go back and say, well, I said this. Right. So if they ever came and be like, well, you getting in trouble, they discipline you for whatever. Well, this is you can refer back to this, and everybody knew, and I didn't get. I mean. That's all I'm trying to say.
And like I said, I did that. Like when you said the email, I started the emails, and I still got questions with the email.
You can't question me if I got an email. If you telling me, not if you telling me about something that I didn't have when it wasn't available. I'm just saying. Okay. I don't understand what you like. I mean, but whatever the case, you have to cover yourself. That's all I'm gonna say.
So perception is that what it seems like. Comes with judgment. You look like you ain't doing shit. You look like you ain't taking care of your business. But reality is, like you said, if you doing that, reality is we're trying to say, and if you're doing this, you making the steps showing that you are doing this.
Listen. I'll tell you this though. I feel like don't worry about me. What I'm doing. I feel like our perception of each other, I mean, as far as ourselves, is what matters. Anybody else's perception outside of that, it starts there. It starts with how you feel about yourself. It should start there. Yeah, it should start there. After that, because if we worried about family, kids, mother, whatever, it's like it has to start, because it's only going to get fixed if you see the problem. If you feel like there's an issue, or because you have to know that there's something wrong. But if you don't see nothing wrong, then nothing is nothing is going to change. So my biggest I'm my biggest critic. Like if something I do wrong or whatever happens, like when I fuck up, I know I fucked up.
Right.
And that's the worst to me. It's like, damn. Even if it's I could have handled something differently, or I could have reacted differently, or whatever it may be. I'm my biggest critic, and I know how to be accountable.
And that's me. I have the same thing.
And I know how. Don't cut me off. You was on your way.
No, that was it.
Nah, I would. But I'm just saying that I'm going to be my biggest critic, and I'm going to try to make the correction if I can. Not all the time. We're not perfect, but I'm saying, bro, we have to be our biggest. We have to care about how we perceive more than anything. I think if you start with yourself, everything else will work itself out, because if you care about how you perceive more than anybody else, then everything will fall into place, because you should want to be the best version of you. You know what I mean? If you be the best version of you, you ultimately gonna be the best father, the best husband, the best friend, the best coworker, the best. You know what I mean? Whatever you're gonna be. So we have to challenge ourselves, and we have to kind of hold ourselves accountable and stuff like that. But if you put something in front of that, if you care about more how people see you, other people see you more than how you see yourself, then that's when we have a problem.
That's at work. At work, yeah. Because like I said, perception at work. I can walk down the hallway and never see the person. Hey, you ate off, right? Yeah. Oh, I heard this and this and this.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You kind of gotta care, not to the point where it's you kind of like you start living your life for other people. Not to that point, but you kind of got to care of how you are, presenting yourself.
I didn't call it and check people, like, and I didn't call it and make phone calls, like, well, if I heard somebody said this as a supervisor, I didn't call other supervisors and been like, hey, you said this because I heard you said this and this. But I'm a type of person, if you don't know me, don't spread nothing. But I'm a more y'all know me. I'm not about to go behind your back. I'm gonna call you. That's why I be saying, don't tell me nothing if you don't want me to call. If you don't want me, don't tell me nothing. But don't say nothing. Nah, it depends on what it is. Now, if you telling me somebody said something about me.
Well, yeah, of course. If it's involving you, yeah.
No, that's what I'm talking about. If you say somebody said, it depends. Even with that, it depends. I'm not gonna like throw nobody on the bus, but I'm gonna be like, now if it's something that could like jeopardize my job or something that can like really tarnish like my character in that way, it's like, bro, I gotta say something. I'm gonna tell you, like, I gotta say something. But if it's like something just some hearsay, I don't give a fuck. But I'm saying, but I'll because I didn't did that. I gotta say something, and I didn't call people on that. But I'm saying, at the end of the day, bro,
not to the
I
point.
care about me. Yeah. I care about how my kids see me. Outside of that, I feel like I'm a pro. Outside of me and my kids, I feel like my wife, I feel like my mother, anybody else that I really care about, they know the real me already.
Right.
And they know I'm flawed. They know I'm not perfect and stuff like that. I don't have to prove nothing to y'all. Y'all know the individual y'all know I'm a work in progress. Y'all know I'm not perfect. You know the flawed person. You know the human being. You know the mistakes. I don't have to prove none of y'all. I more so got to prove something to myself and to my kids. You know what I mean?
And that's more of an unconditional love type thing. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, it's like I said.
I don't know about unconditional love.
It is when you talk about family and like mother, wife.
It don't got to be unconditional, because unconditional love. Well, that's a deeper conversation.
Yeah, it is. But like I said, like you said, they know the flaw in you, and they still love there.
But a flaw in you is not. I don't feel like it's unconditional, because it depends on what you do.
Well, of course.
That's why I say it's not.
Of course,
everything has some kind of conditions.
But that's depending on who the person is too, and also after the fact, kids might be people that you don't think might forgive. But like I said, just I think you just gotta. Me personally, I gotta be careful how I present myself, not to the point where I'm living for other people, but also just let it be known that
I feel like you care about it a lot, though, bro.
Because I have so much of a
nonchalant attitude,
a stoic personality.
But how can you have that and care about how people view you?
It's not that I care. It's that I realize, I understand how I come off, because I've heard it so many times, and it's like, I'm not I'm not. I
Yeah,
am.
he got that shit, that Shrek syndrome.
Sometimes I feel like you care too much.
No, because I haven't changed my ways. I haven't.
Not to say that you change your ways, but
So
I'm
that
saying,
if I care too much, then you would change. But
you ain't doing nothing that I mean, you like
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you're not doing nothing so abnormal. But I feel like you sometimes you feel like you getting graded with a red pen, and I feel like sometimes you be so much wanting to like get an A.
No.
That
no.
I
Not
said
at all.
sometimes.
Not at
Sometimes
all.
I feel like you.
No.
No, I'm telling you, bro.
Right.
You can't tell me if you know this man. You know he cares a lot too.
You do.
So I feel like I'm not saying every single time you're not just gonna have them. I don't care. But sometimes you feel like I feel like sometimes you care a lot.
This conversation didn't come up about me. It came up about a conversation.
We're talking about you, nigga.
No, I know. What I'm saying is it came up with a conversation about other people that we were talking about, me and my wife, me and Michelle. But I also understand how I am.
What was it, guys? Perception versus reality?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just, just certain things, just other conversations, but the basis of it was perception versus reality. But I also, because I don't want to put nobody else's business, so I just
we definitely
I just related it to me.
That, but if we look like, yeah, that's why you can't do that with people because we don't know, right, and even celebrities and stuff like that. It's like we don't know what the fuck is going on,
right?
You know what I mean? But we here, man. It's episode 57, man. Happy Mother's Day again to all the mothers. Can we try again real quick before we end this?
She ain't hit me back here, but go ahead.
You probably like, shame on you, nigga.
Yeah,
you bad as hell.
Me on live.
No, I called her and told her.
Don't be calling me on live. Mario.
We're gonna pull up on her and vlog it if you don't answer, mama. I don't know this number. So
exactly.
You should have Bluetooth. So you could Bluetooth too. Hold on. If she don't answer, we're gonna have to let you Bluetooth. She might answer you. All right, look. Bluetooth
right,
to the
Bluetooth. To the Roku.
Let me turn mine off. To the Roku, yeah. I mean to the Rodecaster. Let me turn mine off, and then you go. See if it's ain't connected though.
Well, it's not even. Hold on, it's not even popping up yet.
Turn the Wi-Fi on.
I just turned it off.
Wi-Fi. Yeah, man, but hold on, y'all. You trying to see what's going on? Should be looking up, man. Just call her regular, and then let's see if she answers. Call her regular. Just call her right now. Yeah. If she answers, then I tell her to answer my call.
She don't love you, oh.
Shit, like I said, I just called her at 301.
Y'all seen that? You seen that one when all the kids called their father? The dudes called their father. It was like, let's see if our dad answered.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
We couldn't have did it.
No.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't have did it. My dad did. Your dad alive, but he wouldn't answer either.
We wouldn't.
Yeah, she don't love you though.
Yeah.
She ain't answering you, nigga.
Mom's busy, man. Mom gotta have a life too.
Yeah, mama.
She should be getting off work.
Maybe she stayed over for work.
Yeah.
Maybe she stayed over for work, man. But that mean that's furthermore. That means she just grinding, man.
No, that's what that is. Omari, what you doing?
She doing what she do. But
episode 57, man.
We gonna call her next week though.
Yeah.
And, you know, and you gonna get to do it. I mean, but episode 57, man. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers, man.
So
all the
queens.
Mothers, all the women, all the wives, cousins, sisters, aunties, grandparents, all of that. We love y'all. Y'all shape us. Y'all really just mold us. Y'all gave us everything we needed. We just couldn't be who we are without y'all. We just appreciate y'all so much. And you know, I mean, it ain't words we can really say. So you know, we do it in our way. We do it in our way, and we thank y'all, you know. So for the one thing for sure, boys, we want to say Happy Mother's Day, you know.
We love y'all.
And we doing it early, so ours count before everybody else. You know, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. Episode 57, man. We out, y'all.
Peace.
Yeah.